Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's take it from the top. Oh, keep your chin up. You'll never be good enough till I see what I want. Every move I make is scrutinized. I feel their eyes on me. Spirit of comfort for the calm.
Alright. It's capture the game. There we go. Game is all captured now. Yeah. Turn this up. Let's see. Last time I went to volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. So this time, volume 4. First, we must be some out of gratuitous bodily injury and touching sensitive quandary you soldier on. You've had a few setbacks, made a couple silly choices. Boy, do things just keep happening. But nobody says that you, the main character, are incapable of growth and change. You made sure not to be caught in the wilderness near dawn again. You made your way back to civilization. You can't wait to discover what new adventures await you. Adventures like friendship. See, Tagore, Gorjak, or Vakar, Vertite. Tagore. You wander down the street and not too small looking part of town. You don't really like much of it in. You don't really take much of it in. You're not looking where you're going. This is an elementary mistake. Especially on the play where everything that exists seems to be on a spectrum of engineered specifically for murder. True, could be a weapon in a pinch, but you got a lot on your mind. And now it's the car. These guys holding some ridiculous foot for it. Yeah, learned it. Yeah, no time since you. Then you're flipping head over feet. Got a few new crimes on your list. Your bones and organs. The sound of the driver yelling, "Watch where you're going, I'm squirt trucker," reads the driveway and you assess his situation. You start to each lemon turn, which you gotta say does not feel great. You land in a bush, which is covered in sharp spines. Your arms and legs all still work though. And when you do an experimental cough, no blood comes out. Pretty lucky, you think. You may have redefined what luck means by this point in your journey, but you'll take what you can get. You don't take a luck or extend to the driver turning around to help you out of this bush. You gaze meeting and sparking an immediate intense connection that leads to a beautiful lifelong friendship, and you let yourself hope. After a few minutes of struggle, the answer to your camaraderie daydream comes into focus above you. A figure outlined by the spiny leaves of a plant person and glowing moons. All you see is knocked out of the car, but you don't care. Your heart is beating wildly with continued lucky streak. Hello, you seem to fall victim to a collide and encounter with that scuttlebuggy right there. That's pretty introductory. Have you conducted personal legislature? Not, I'd like to offer my services. My name's Tagore Korchak. Please call me Gorja. Gorgor. I'm here for you. For a nominal fee, of course. He pulls a business card from his sleek teal vest and offers to you with a precise flick of the wrist. His claw beds are perfect. Oops, didn't mean to press that button. Try again, sir. Worried by this offer for assistance. Some type of doctor, maybe? Or lawyer? Doesn't matter, because he said he was here for you. Those words go right ahead and bend themselves into the softest chamber of your heart. You start down your plate, sir, reaching up to the bubbles towards the speaking folk. This guy seems trustworthy. That's not just your lack of option talking, you swear. Shift, the moonlight shines you. That's like people down the garden. The one eye that's not covered by a swoop of product infused air open wide. Codes. Smoothing his hands now starts staring up, glaring as though as you continue to explain. Yeah, what? Oh yes, an alien. I knew that. I don't know what aliens for, so your situation should not be an issue at all. So an alien legislation stipend. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity to be represented by me. Last time. In fact, maybe we'll do this enough here for a larger cash settlement. All credit on our equal. Here, try moving your chug cone. You aren't sure why this is necessary. But you wiggle your torso, hoping that's right. You've never wanted anything more in your existence than to follow the specific directive perfectly. No, not that. You had a little hip jiggle. Not too much that you might think it's common, but not say, hey, I'm friendly and know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh yeah, the thing that holds a picnic pen, work with me. You were helping total friendship mutual, sharing various parts of personality deepen first to get to your neck, clap friends together. There we go. That one hurt, didn't it? Definitely a case of calm snap. But you guess, decently hefty restitution. Next fine. Or it doesn't hurt you more than the rest of you. But given what you hope is a convincingly painful nod of agreement. Of course, you will need to fund the initial legislation costs. Also have to injure you further to ensure a case of convincing. You got to break through. Like beast, embryos make a goblet, as you all know. Oh yes. Classic saying. Plus 500. Yes, and you may make a mutually beneficial team. You're going to do what takes thing up about the justice you deserve. So is it, how'd you like to help me help you? He's talking real fast, not sure exactly what to think about your lack of funds or the idea of breaking any more bones. Not smiling a sharp and shiny pointed light at you. You want more of it. Okay, first I'm going to save in case this is the wrong choice. Now, ask him if he does pro bono work. Thank him profusely for his offer to help you. Explaining that your war situation has not exactly left you very rich. You'll pay him back in glorious friendship, the most infinite of resources. Leon Dick. Seems like I can appreciate a good deal with this one. You cannot imagine a better deal than this. He puts arms up when he comes to scoop you up out of the pain plant like gentleman you are. I'm sorry, it's not a charity. Same too. Hoping working with Nan might make for a more interesting day than usual. You know what it turns on his heel and walks away, his high ponytail swishing behind him. Friendship is not a currency. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Tell them about the heaps of money you definitely have. Imagine how incredibly loaded you are. How core to your sense of values it is to pay well for good work. That's what we call good business. And get up out of that purple fun, let's be presentable. You watch as you flare a few times before you size, and then the sleeves, nose them up to the elbow, each shoulder is crisp and even. Takes all of you good to be mission. There's a 12% cost increase for instances of manual labor. You'll all be explained in your bill. Oh, 1 in 10. It's itemized. I'm certain you made such itself with yours sign 1. Plus 10. The bill keeps getting bigger. You take his hand and he pulls you up and out of the bush. It's kind of a rough job. He's not showing you see looks, you guess? He glares at you like he's daring you to say shit about it. And you're a quick learner. Cut you off. Mid thank you. My office is not far from here. We can go there to get things sorted. And by things, I absolutely mean get you clean and sign a lot of vaguely worded yet strangely binding documents. You walk to the purpose. Shake up the floor stuck in the various body parts and do your best to catch up. From the outside, his office basically just seems like his hive. You've learned a thing or two during this shitstorm cultural exchange, so you have to cool and potential friend right you come. You never know what cages or monsters or methods of evisceration you might have lying around. You want to play a nice still look on your face for whatever kind you're about to be confronted by. Doesn't look your face falls would be able to tell when you walk inside because there's all chrome, glass, and broad white walls in there. Like you bought the fancy looking green bay old display room you could find. That's the last useless minimalistic history and never sit down in it. This Lucis affair is chilling on an enormous silver thing except for between a stone and a play tower. Everything's clean and tight and perfect right angles. You don't see any weapons anywhere. It's freaking creepy. You ask him if you just moved in. Gets polite conversation seems like maybe the best thing you could do. In the absence of something specific to focus your on, you're just sort of a little afraid of everything. You're not paying me to know my life story, unless you'd like to. In that case, no, I'll live there most of my life. I'll go ahead and add that zero. Ooh, life story installment, that's plus 1,500. Step on the chest, see you sitting? By all means, do not make yourself ill. It's a pollution double repair our contact. You want to connect the guy, like you just vibed there, where you're thinking about sending your beat record as an essential you're told to tell you thing it, but you don't want to be fun badly enough to walk into something that has the word trap right there and sitting without at least pondering it for a second. You become savvier doing all this. And yes. No entrapment. Tell me you'd rather stay with him and you know attached, that's right. Mention anything is better move for both of you and tell you this guy wants to know what's in it for him. All the other times he said that. You do have that vibe going after all. That's claw on his chin, looks you up and down, takes time. You try not to blush, no matter how exciting his gaze is. Use an insulting kiss. Your whole look is worn a bit of pen, and may make a pitiable lost angle more than emotionally effective if you still look like you just got run over. Frown. Take a second to he didn't say cerebral or wanted to turn it with his face. He's giving you direction. Stick a little love out and try to look as big as possible. Yes, this is really working for you. It's awful, completely repugnant. Your general qualities function as a simple manipulation tactic, no matter which direction they decide to spin it. So he's trying so hard to keep around you, but you do your best to keep it. You can hunch over a bit and shamble if you make steps toward him. Great, yes. No need to come any closer. Perfect. Seriously, you smell terrible. Okay, then let's get the hygiene and take the best part. Bureaucracy. Stay right there and don't get into your crafty alien orifices. Near my decor. Hold up and now contact me, we can move on. Reimbursement bank. You can end your schedule testing. Tempting sent to tables to printed things. It's very loose instead you beating stay back mainly motionless. You wonder how often Gore has friends over. Wings back over to you and hands you pen. Read this, who don't, sign it either way. Brandon led this last regular agreement, tweaked a bit to accommodate your particular situation. You know, you agreed to Testimony to be judgment, accept whatever subjugation you see, recognize that any potential winning judge will be admitted to make processing to look account for your present creed sent you, and the event of going out, act as executor of your accounts, laws and bliss, should send me from there, started at each place you to initial. That your lost stuff they just got told you last. You don't listen in, but you went to do early on how long you could because you couldn't something if you could incorporate a wink into a secret handshake, maybe. Anyway, regular legal jargon, yeah. Just a couple times click, say the terms and conditions on any of harmless social media. That stuff never ends up being relevant. Hey, sharp jig. Squeezily false. John Hancock's main hands as it takes. Something like that. Everything's in order then. Maybe it have. Oh, now? You know, they look roughed up enough. You won't need to go through any more of this. What's the subject like? Does that go up? No, sleep like the one you can say. Foreign language, it's an idiom. It means times from manuscript dealing with language form out about as apparently as you fold them in. As you taste the package took not too long ago, proceed to wonder where his close features is going to take place, and like if anyone is going to be in it, that's going to hit you. Right? That evening, you give much to Gore's face and ask. There's no need for you to worry about that. It's for me to deal with. I saw the perpetrator, of course. If it seems prudent to spend time on them when time comes, I'll have more than enough credible evidence to condemn them. Their blood test will be sufficient, but everything towards calling them dented scuttle buggy turning to it as well. Of course, that's not the only way of considering this. May not be necessary to involve them at all. Don't bother worrying about that either. You definitely still worry about that, but you nod and keep walking like you are not bothered. You want to match his level of easy confidence. It's almost comforting to around it, and you spend some time with him. It's simple. You go basking in the ease of being told what to do when the whole vibe flips over on its ass so fast you feel like ice down your back. You look at the girl first, you stop walking. Just watch your stomach get straighter. You even get skin to the bone down there like it's more like he's starting to need pleasure and control. You go, you know that means high blood, but not much else about what that entails. Aside from what you're picking up from the full hair on and cat reaction old cold girl next to you. Is it an evening, sir? Voice and it's somehow sweeter, more professional at some same time. Even his way soon for you felt in yourself the whole time been under the Scotch forsaken land, a all-consuming thirst for cool. He's going on his business, wife, friendship. I would however not. Don't you think he might chill, because the smile is huge, how you know love getting smiled upon. And to so to go shoot you be cool, and then learn to discuss my mighty nice guy. What's this, yes? Gorga picked up a little friend? It's not. We have a working relationship. You try not to let his dismissal of friendship thing get out there. It's okay. You want to be a horse, you put on your best friends your trace, start howling in a circle, you act your most grotesque when you manage to act you himself, you're going pitifully about all your bones. Alright, your room drawn for some reason, this clown you have looks extra shitty. Good looking and good for whatever this means he's picked up on the good grade. They moved to consider the potential. The big guy rolls his eyes, keeps walking, elbowing his way right between two and way past like you're nothing. The girl refuses. His eyes stay fixed ahead of him. The big guy is still standing. Like he has the muscles moving. You know he's got enough back. A few steps into it, you start checking. Yes, that was intense. You don't say something reassuring to the girl, but he is kind of sent into another plane of existence. Maybe a nice reassuring pound and shoulder will help diffuse the mood. But the ginger had mere vicinity of the body whirls to face you. Eyes narrow and breathing heavy, you snatch your hand back fast. Mistake. You. You knew how then that welcoming opportunity was? Here is with you. And we just slide down at this little ladder? No, of course, sir. You don't know anything. The way this little horny thing don't even know how to cross the street. No, it's laughing all high pitched and weird. I know it seems so sick and so unflappable. That Gogo, how to reconcile with it? How to console with one piece of back foot? All on grabbing his face. Really, goddamn flick. Oh my gosh, get up there. Maybe about the nectarine is not convincing enough, or too convincing. Even if you know now might be in time before the scene builds up. Now, so in excitement, you head bang but good. Oh no, deal's a deal. Moving slowly through his nails. Hardcore girl, and I'm feeling my trap. Closed his eyes after an awkward minute, watching him whisper something unintelligible to himself. He opens them and maybe he starts up that punky piece again, so he's skedaddled to catch up. Keep talking, let me know it's time to tell. With using these stubborn uncles really slow legs, little man and giggles bubble out in between his sentences. We're headed toward justice, alright? Keep walking, we've seen this too. Ground bottom lines are cold. Okay, not to end, maybe things are still cool between you. If this lawyer client relationship still has a chance of possibly something more. You venture a friendly type topic and ask him about his wonder. He stops walking, looks at you like you sat on his loose grave. You don't just ask someone what the mantra is. Maybe an obstacle. He shivers, spooked, and turns his stinky stare from you to pass you on. After a moment, he smooths out all the hairs. He shook out place during his pickup, pivots, and turned down a side street. You know what I was about to say, there are many ways to fulfill terms of a contract. Assuming this leads to more stimulating evening, let's get into it with you, for you. As a conclude, this partnership is no longer worth the work. So you know that I like to do significant curiosity, I could just experience it to your feckless hand. So instead of wasting any more time, any more of my time, let's take a short cut to Sam and Son. Man is will be agony, knowing a long court hell if there's clearly or one another. Easy verdict, you're guilty. Guilty, wait, wasn't it supposed to be you guys on trial? To got panic rising in your chest. I mean, you don't know how the legal system works either. Unsurprising and uninteresting. All this back. You've been so caught up in watching you talk, you didn't know some guy you straight to the shitty crowd out. It's a part that's all half tomorrow, behind creepy noises and doing flying around. Sounds like the unintended. Notice you blow whistles, snaps fingers, and points at your head. Hey, big guy, over here. One extremely malformed and unviable troll. Just the way you like it. So, you shouldn't feel surprised at this betrayal, maybe, but you do, for a second anyway. Then you focus on yelling and scanning if possible to each side under. The core starts dragging away as long as it gets closer. There's a zoo next to you over. You probably won't pick it. If you do, check your pocket. Game over. Okay, let's just, load my save again. Take bath. You're more than no concerned about the trap out of the so you can just see, but hey, at least trap you know is better than one you don't. And with everything else, you see Sophie proceeding. He has behind some evil somewhere. You want to fix dungeon? Dungeon could be cool. The fair bounce down out what's possible. So set food forward. You do, because it seems like going to thing to do, and the core is video on his computer. Leads to the bathroom, which is just as fancy and clean as everything else you've seen. Uses Cheetos at you for a second, squirms his big noodle body around, and leaves, shutting the door behind it. You wait a second until it's probably gone before you touch the handle. It's unlocked, huh? You wonder what the point, or motive might be for leading you to the room until you turn and see yourself in the mirror. There's some hacking looking stuff right there. So, there. You're flying by a seat of pants. Guess maybe you're supposed to take a pan? Not. Guess it's at least fair, and you need to make a nice claim. You have to expect some indiscernible goo or something found deposit in the wind, let me tell you. But thankfully it's just water. Once you're in, you take a look truly in the ordinary amount of bath lumps you have at your fingertips. There are 3 shells little bottles and silver, unidentifiable leather, some just rectangle on. There's even more blood in the mirror. Leaves all gibberish, of course, but still you until you find something flowery and goes down. You take more time than you should in there, but you haven't experienced the moment of luxurious solitude in bed. Full-time friendship searching can be difficult work. It's good to recharge. Once you're freshly cut and dry, you slime yourself head to toe with lotion in your friend and an iridescent vial. You won't mind using it, and once you speak the symbol, and this stuff is sparkly. I told you needed as hell. Ready to knock this funny stuff right out of the park. You leave your dirty, torn up gold clothes on the floor, wrap yourself on the many satin bathrooms folded on a shelf, head back out to find Tagore. He's standing up in the square, waiting with the contract he typed up for you. When he sees you, his eyebrow ticks up. See you into his frame, put drinker share. Full body application, bold choice, meaning it's kind of very expensive product. Takes back to you, remunerated. I will not, it works. Ooh. That's a lot of money to bill. Yeah, sure, that stuff. No one's learned they don't know what it is since he seems obsessed. Instead, you give his ego a little stroke and tell him you haven't seen such a sumptuous array of self-care accoutrements in so long you couldn't help yourself. Not even take skincare as seriously as they should. I assume you didn't correct them because you got lost or didn't know how to use the pollution trap. And consider the possibility that you just doing regimen. Noted. You hold your arms out to admire the well-hydrated sheen you're going on. This time you're not really even bullshitting, it just does actually look pretty good. Tagore seems like he's struggling. He keeps opening his mouth seriously then changing his mind. Clutching documents and sounds like a flotation device. Looks down them and back at you. Typically we'll use that particular product to highlight our cheekbones. It's very early and you shouldn't apply it more liberally, especially if cost is not an issue. It's a little drastic for my personal style, but there is a certain unorthodox glamour to it. Next one looks like it hurts a bit to get out. Do you? Will you step aside to see the full effect? You already asked George, you're curious about what he means by effect. It seems like more fun than signing something. He placed documents down the desk like they're made of glass, not paper. He looks up at his little sister, so tilt his head to the side. You look like you give the privacy to do whatever adult communication is going on. Right? The door clears the hands towards the door. You don't comment on the bluest flush in his cheeks, all that shit in his demeanor. It seems like he might kick you out in your ass if you try to get too feelingsy with him. He starts to glow as soon as you step back into his dark front door. Not in a light bulb kind of way, but a subtle ethereal luminescence. What is this stuff? Now that is a look. You can kill the issue of your hornlessness and overall appearance, but you're still wearing my pollution mode. So it's kind of edge, I'll give you that. You look almost like a real one. You don't know what that means, but you want to roll out and turn it into a page card. You escape the look will help in your case. You'll arrange your case, of course. He bites looks back to the window at the paper sitting on the desk where he left him. He obviously wants to represent you, or at least that's what he'd want to hang out, even if he wasn't going to. You don't get a chance to part them, because right then someone around the corner on the sidewalk and turns his head. The girl's face immediately shudders into usual simpering mask, and the edge of panic around his eyes off. Huh. Well, cool, Dick, what have you? It's a blue themed goal, but remember, right? Me and Jesus, fancy you guys with Tagore. He's grinning like troll Christmas came early. You can feel Tagore vibrating out of his skin next to you. Who even is this guy? When you get close enough to get a good look at you, he jumps and preaches, what the bull's boiling fuck? Corey shows one his mouth full like to show his teeth. New guy is annoying in favor of noticing the existence of Tagore's monogram leisurely. He has a look, fascinated horror, and then you go by. You don't really know what makes you do. Show Tagore, now still and do tongue, during hard, with him almost seeming like he's enjoying your company. Plus, nothing good comments like Logan and the beautiful spooky angel. So you gotta said, put on your friend as a fancy guy voice and say, what, never seen a real one before? Losing ownership and this guy knowing something you don't, when his eyes get huge and tries something over themselves back way down the side, you know it's paid off. Tagore blinks and jumps at it, and picking up directly where he left off. Surely someone's well informed as you knows an info drinker when he sees one. Blue guy doesn't sound anything more coherent than his finger yelps as he hides back the way he came. You yawn, you nudge Tagore and ask him super casually what an info drinker is. He says in stunned silence. Are you? Tell me you didn't know. I'm not. Yeah, you admit that anyway, going for you picked up on, turned tide of a delicate encounter to your favor? You should, you guess so. Tell Tagore you hope his friend was not too freaked out. And no, I hate doing that. Sometimes being like, I bet this is helpful. The thankfully family is just as good, better maybe. So, you know, thank you. Tagore's laugh is soft. It's not sign these characters here. He's happy because of something you did. You can't tell what you saw that from too. That's a good rush, wasn't it? Almost fun. No, something you didn't see coming anyway. And when you he gives you an appraising look and takes a deep breath. You soon know yourselves and you feel unbound and impressed with what you might be about to say. From one prevaricator to another, I'll let you on something. I have not actually encountered an alien before. Oh, so do life. You tell him his actors look airtight, and as long as everyone's doing two things, it makes you like that too. You're not actually rich. Yes, you know, you invaluable ability to pick it up. That's potentially much better. Why don't you put your case on a hotel hand game? You wouldn't enjoy the outcome of our legal system anyway. We can find alternate means of you working out for them. I think we may make a better team than I previously anticipated. With our wits combined, we can tackle bigger and better things than traffic injuries. He flexes his hands at his side, then one foot starts more, and he extends it out to you. On his face is something close to an honest God, real smile. Never actually formed a legitimate polish of any sort before, but I believe this is how it's done. What do you say? The glow in your heart shines brighter than any expensive, still kind of mysterious lotion. He takes his hand in your firm, no-nonsense grasp of pure, inexorable joy and shake it. Friendship! Just sign here. Okay? Right. Actually, friends, look at this. Just sign here, you made a new business partner. Okay, that's friend number 7. Volume 4. Freshman, yeah. Friendship. Okay, Vicar, Retite. Probably best for you to stop trying to predict which one's happened to you at this point. Everything's happened so far on this planet has been kind of chaotic. In fact, you're ready for something more familiar. You get back to the site of your abandoned spaceship. Sure, it's mass beyond repair, but it's a little slice home. Maybe at least 1 or 2 pieces of it are fixable. You march off in what you think is the right direction. When you get there, you're not alone. A little guy in a hat, big old standing there, gazing at your spaceship, maybe assessing it. As you watch, he breaks off a couple gears, stuffs them in his pocket. Hey, you played the loudly. Good golly, big gravy. Why, I've never seen the likes of you before. What strange wonders the heavens have rained down upon us today. You quickly lose any indignation you were building up. He's smiling at you, and towards him he's somewhat amicable. Maybe you catch on. Maybe this is the next person you're going to get chummy with. You cut right to the chase. No point in being around the ground leaf covering. That's probably what they call it on this planet. Let's just kind of know you're the proprietor of the spaceship is tripping, and you're in mighty need of a new friend. A friend, eh? A bosom companion, a pal about town. Seen there yet? Oh man, Dickus or Harry around these parts might fit the bill. You were kind of trying to imply this guy could be a friend. Is it too late to say it now? He tried to imply with eyebrows. It's me, dated to matters here on alternate, it's me not. For I can only ride hurling great speeds to the boundless expense of the cosmos. That's right, space. It is space race that consumes my every waking thought and all my ardor. As in accordance to my duty as a future alternative crusader, of course. No oxygen, no wind, a total vacuum. That has a life for me, alright. Flying in space above the atmosphere. Not within normal gravity's purview, wouldn't have it any other way. Right, you get the feeling missing something. This game seems really defensive, but is interesting space right? Like maybe he's trying to say something totally different. Whatever it is, his internal conflict clearly takes precedence over your issues. Seems like a great candidate for a friend. Despite the very fact that his voice sounds like it belonged to a newsreel about World War II. I have just one query for you, sport, if I may be so bold. Do you also like spaceflight? Do you even see the moon shining above, clouds walk by you as chase the impish western wind, and then also keep going past that up into space? I'm gonna... Okay. On the last spaceflight, not so sure. Film 11. Well, and we're in total agreement. Two kindred souls traveling hand in hand and deploy said inevitable future of considered service in space, which is, as I've already made clear, a thing I most definitely absolutely desire. So it seems we have nothing more to discuss. Toodaloo! Oh. I see. Telling me not so sure at first sight. His eyes don't seem to sparkle. Ah, I see. You're an individual with more sophisticated palate. Real connoisseur of the boy and hearts you are. Someone like you could never be satisfied with the anemic affair traveling through the inky blackness of galaxies. I believe you're jumping to my hags in order. Let's get a wiggle on. There was a lot going on there, Pete. Let's send anyone who's following. Finally, guy takes you to the building where all the rooms seem to be balanced on thinly looking stilts. The highest floor is above you up into the sky. Just as the little platform attached to a pulley like a rudimentary elevator brings you up into a small dark room. His house is pretty much what you would have guessed. The walls are covered in star maps and pictures of spaceships. You notice that many of them have curious looking swastika across them, saying things like, explore the galaxy because you're required to fulfill your duty to society, and this, oh, make friends, don't get bored. Your new friend does not seem happy as he looks around the place. Just a high for a dedicated spacecraft enthusiast, isn't it? You know, I'm not sure what this is leading to, but no one ever went wrong relying on non-specific and possibly denial or demon. Who am I fooling? You almost need potential new chum. What you see before you is a collage of falsehoods. I'm nothing but avatar baloney. Who's the mere temptation of desire-based feelings to tickle my biscuit? Tickle your biscuit? What? So I'm participating in the Boys Eternal Congress hearing these screaming memes. Mind sliding to a little lower down. Reaching feels like one of the posters, and it is another poster showing viewers clouds in the night sky. The old machine uses a long time in the grasp of Mrs. Groudy's sweet fingers. Just try, can such a thing be? Imagine flying within the confines of Waldonia's very atmosphere. Defying the very conventions of what we all know to be true. Instead of down, up, instead of falling, soaring. Can you imagine? Can you see it before you? Could you ever dream the existence of such a flying machine? Stay. I'm just gonna save every time I make a decision. Tell me no thing, tell me airplane enthusiast. How about you say my truth? To reach mockery. Airplane? A plane that floats in the air? Flying machines are serious business. Think you should leave. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I only have never heard of such a thing. Ah, but the future is all thrilled. My strange shooter and unhorned comrade. What do you think? Does it excite you? If my ideas rattle your buttons? Can't ever notice he's referred to as John Comrade, but friends not made in hands yet. Do synonyms count, or is it just a tick of his speaking style? You look as innocent and nod vigorously. You're almost positive that this is the thing he really wants you to express interest in. Ah, the truth will out. You and I share this footed passage through dozens of the air. A dialogue control, flying machine, and stars. But further away from the stars than we would be in a spaceship. Can't express enough how different everything this is. Can't suddenly nod and shake your head here, so you furry brow and do your best to look careful. Like maybe you're contemplating differences. This feels to me towards you definitely shading to more temperate climate zones. However, certain physical needs starting to accept itself. You're still pretty banged up for your police charges. Right now, taking their stomach is feeling of attention. You only ask your friends be if they might be in chance of getting it back to you. But of course, why, if I'd known you had a million-year-old digestion bladder, I would have shut my yapper too sweet. And for a good old nosh, a yummy would hold. Now, how should you clean the victuals? We could return the great unknown, is to say, out of my eye, or we could say, yep, we'll do whatever twist and then leaving it legends for the mission bar. Let's see, new timer. Let's see. I'm gonna look food in the hive. Stay in the hive. You tell me anyone has enough to be fine. Surely staying here will get you fed more quickly. No problem at all, my fine fervent fellow. However, only two consults himself more ways to communicating the mere words alone. Think I'm grasping meaning behind your request. Single from here at 10 minutes, and my trainer orders a fewer. I can see food after is food for the soul. Definitely meant food for the body. Look for an opening that might gently correct your new body. Seems you willing yourself out to say a lot more things. The delectable nutrition of what it tools to expand face. The systems of thought, of imagination, of desire. That which nourishes itself better than the finest grub noodles. Art, passion, science. You must have a home consumer behind machine design sketches. Despite your which kind of things, the enthusiasm is kind of sweet. You don't reach me. Make one last step in the game the food master needs to fully appreciate his work. No need to worry. I'm full confident in your ability to get my glorious movements. Yes, so you've shown yourself to have quite a sturdy argument and a stern Gandible. I would welcome your input. Warmth blooms in yourself. Feels nice and compliment you. I'm not sure what you've actually done to earn this bit, but you definitely don't want to ruin this now. Anything is done to be fun, even on an empty stomach. Maybe it really nourish you on a level that helps you forget about the Prozac or nourishment you thought you wanted. You tell them you're in. Not so fast. Every time I'm playing food, you'd rather keep closest to a pulsar pillar. Not that I don't trust you, my footless and voluntary cohort. I think I would like to trust you more before vivisecting myself. Turning my bleeding wound before running your gaze, which is a metaphor for exposing my portfolio. I'd have told you to participate in a small test trial. No problem, you done. You might insist to make yourself comfortable or get your spies. After a few minutes, you turn the fistful of rabbits into colors. Hazel turned down to ground the old man box of my buddy. I'm going to tie this blindfold on your face, and I'm going to use some instructions. You're going to try to locate the case while I keep the treasure sketches. Planet to got me to start to be. Two wings will in unison to achieve liftoff. That's how the wings work. No figuring out the controls from ladder. What do I want? Are you up for it? Too late to turn back now. Really, you don't want to. Kind of a relief to have him tell you what you can do to earn his friendship in plain terms. Well, if any of this guy's terms ever get, give him them tip. Now we're on the trolley. He quickly ties fabric around your face. Time is upon us. Time for an inaugural fight of a deepening bond. Time to merge our fledgling friendship and let's see what happens. New fin starts to direct you around the room. To the left. No, my left. Sorry, I came into left. Now on with the fullest features of life before us. You smile like you're doing the follow instructions. Sounds happy, so you must be getting somewhere. Almost to the doorway. Brace us forward, you feel yourself. Wait. Crash. Fabric from your back. You hear yourself leave, so I can slowly knock your lungs out. Permission. Your chest strokes in tiny contractions as you gasp for air. Oh beans. Ding ding darn it. There's no man. Just intense pressure focused on the side of your face. I died when you were in sun face first. You will ran full gear footsteps. Probably means you're new kind of religion go to head. Yet my folded hand face swims into vision. He looks and Luke comes back. Why I'll be a hornbeat good for you. Everything Papa said you pal? You behind the hands of his touching what? Enough when you pull your fingers away, the covered in blood. Nose in the kitchen room, sending out a couple of words to let you know it's having a bad day. It's not so bad. Hey, princess, he isn't looking your sword hand. Shivering startled came lie. All of sudden, testing it. See if we place the tender gift, testing the cloud in the hands. Hey, they me gifts as well. Knowledge of non-standard teleological attributes. To be honest, flabbergasted. Absolutely frustrating professional mission to display faith. No man to start, you observed senior sketches. Just wait here. Back in true shades of baby Bobby's hindquarters. You sit down for again, popping the blood off your face. I'm not going to question the circle look you've been shown. Why, if you knew believing skiing to infection all along, you could have encouraged some life from such mental injuries. But no matter, sniff lessons was back into your nostrils, tasting metal at the back of your throat. When your almost friend returns, you got the big sack of papers on your lap. Page 2 in his eyes. For a few rudimentary, mostly variations on faces, little notes like how do you make it knobby to escape velocity and less jet fuel? Shape could be less aerodynamic. Ideas keep going, designs keep getting instinct. One seems to line some big floating cells to achieve lift, another shows light, frame body attached to 4 joining wings. If you wonder what you plan to make the wings out of, before you see notes like these are drag wings, all obstacle states, flapping mechanism, how to software rigor motors. Hang on, you take a close look at the machine's wing. Sketch is pretty detailed. Frame does not seem to be made of wood or aluminum as expected to follow. Individual shapes will have to feel some kind of cord. And just a macabre thing, but you think it looks like bones? You look back at the other side, tell you look at the tails of texture might be leather or similar. This sounds appearing in a variety of colors. Not as soon as some of the brand new blood clothes you've discovered lately. Oh boy, you've been down to the alien number 4. Either your latest most accurate on your question bone chips. Something what's big, not 3 times small. What's that? No, I'm not Kentucky Professor, you know. Gotta make use of what's available. Only cold lovebirds and loves, of course. My name's intellectual fairness all over here. But not a known one. These wacky cultural differences is misunderstood. Take refuge, you know, it's not right of nodding and smiling. None of your business what body parts this valley doesn't use to make us right, but this transform into fan works. Friends are not religious people use corpses as productive instruction materials anyway. You know, when you catch a line of plant, I had no idea what to think. God, oh boy, you them all sounds, I told myself. Young and Master Finding, that's ruffled the key, no doubt about it. But now we're here, yeah, we look at the my sketches. I think you might have been right first meet all along. After the work of the capricious Madame Destiny. So you thought to say to your friends, you don't taste so sweet, French preferring syllables coming in wrong. You just second with never did F word. Or are you? Maybe you misconstrued everything. You look right down in these sketches. Bones in this one, bones in that one, as you guys call the bones of aliens like him. At least, if you understood them correctly, they don't really look that different from human from your more familiar with your own bones. Your bones was already gone through a lot today. Maybe seem to be a kind of harvestable condition, keep one of some kind. But hey, you say, no, not my rules. Like now, see, like right now, I'm gonna do that same question. You're not going to push it, but you always quick line to yourself to make it happen back at yourself. Just see who's taking out stuff so to speak. When you look back at him, it looks gassed. Oops. Heaven's biscuit. Is that what you think of me? You think I'm type starting body parts? People's body parts all higgledy? As if there are plenty of bottom fleets scheduled cages for quick. Is that genuine for these parts? Wait, I'm not in. I will guess hot dog reactor. We can't always watch out with this manicure tape. Ready to about organ harvesting tools and most notice. Our friend and I are saying you loose to different. My apologies. I think it's a few goals. Once correct misunderstanding, but you're not really sure what the misunderstanding is. It's not too much of any mood friend right now. Hang in with head. Looks like this was all just a big waste of time. Misunderstood. Okay, this time I'm choosing go out and look for food. When your buddy comes once and he himself not sure if there's any food in the house, has to risk you go outside, you tell him your decision. Top choice, buckaroo. Foraging how I'm all the way most of my time after all. There's this one small matter to trouble the old brain power. Venturing out into the unknown yonder, we should obtain some chow from my Lucius as well. He'll be real grumpy if stuff he goes too long with those nosh. He draws himself proudly, telling a lot of evidence in herring cold shakers that you know all about Lucius. How about Gustavo, does it? Haha, what a card you are. No, my Lucius. He called him the Canadian. He walks out further, says more vision of himself. One's nothing himself, found two big pair of aviator collars slipping on his nose. The enemy man was a large white fowl, big scraggly wings folding back against his body. You want to see an emu? Whatever it is, it's definitely not a canary. Speak touch the top of your palisade to swing the back hands of affection. He's not a persnickety sort, all kinds of bugs and leaves to his fancy. Shall we away? Shall we keep the horizon and rush towards me with a astounding grace? Shall we give ourselves over to current of time's great river? Sure, you don't. You can leave the house. Getting on these pigeons, only the words the guy says actually make sense. You kind of enjoy his way of speaking though. But nonetheless, the kid thing is really excited about this food quest you're going on together. The alien had me to back down to the police and been outside again. The trip was not so easy when you cruise trips. The thing about walking is when you walk, your body moves. If after at times is all you're saying, you indicate what's your companion. Oh boy, I hear moving or attached to internet service is the worst kind of rules. Moving on autonomous flights and then tunnels ever closer to the present. Can you hear it, folks? The wheel of a distant klaxon, call to adventure. Brings us toward the years, golden touches you ever wanted to that glorious inevitability. That's probably meant that it examines you up a little. Maybe you'll feel better in the future when someone invents flight on this planet. Certainly by that time either you'll be further along in your healing or dead. Either way, think about the future makes a little rosy close your head. You ask buddy where you're going next? Towards a valueless secret. We'll go wherever the wind calls our names. Wait, but if it's a short-term answer you're going after, here's specifically the canary likes to eat. Gets fat white petals and leaves as red as the troll's most lurid desires. Could you give a holy false upon something of that persuasion? You agreed to keep an eye on. You continued trudging alongside him, wincing whenever your steps jolted in trees. Maybe a little conversation will help distract you. He asked you if everyone else interested in flying in the first place. What could be better? Up there, free of all the concerns, the wind in your face and the horizon at your back. Seeing the continent spread out below you, finally being that something personal static is appropriate for the given circumstances. You chill with this one for a minute to turn into a dream like say I take a travel and adventure thing. Maybe that's when you get from his general demeanor, pretty much everything he said up until now. You know it's big of anything might make him dislike you, but in the interest of honor, you forge ahead. Until you say without question, maybe some similarities between flying and space travel, maybe being a spaceship could help satisfy some of these urges. What? Maybe some superficial similarities to trick down and control, but in essence, the blood rush and soul work as different as 9 day. As man in a ditch, a star in a mud hole. Don't get a fellow on space travel is fine. Well, it's young way to satisfy bloodthirsty, nearly immortal overlords, and look forward to the time when you mere service in the eternal millstone grand intergalactic conquest. But missing the punch, the pizzazz, the kaboom, the trunk-based honk of it all. Thursday ready steps in now. Starting for his phone whenever the corner right, he saw a cluster of white flowers. Each 20 miles to your granite, which faces over to them. When he holds one up, he has blue leaves, not one up, not red. He strolls to, still look like you're doing his phone buddy, who's been so nice to you. At least that's what you think you've read in lines of his confusing speaking style. You're not my smooth-headed compatriot. He's not the loosest essence we thought, but this planet is people chow. Say it's what you need it. Since we are people, food for people, not food made of people. To be clear, come back with first hold flowers and you in the blue leaves. You know, I'll show the food that take your buddy will be safe you will as well, but at this point you don't have much to lose. Besides, with the way your stomach is growing, you might as well be a perfectly seared steak. You got in your mouth. During the leaf field, even more factor into the sky than before. You're worried to serve the thing into a peaceful and run some kind of household errand, but you really try to do something to eat. You just find some way to show him to understand his interests and connect to him on a deep soul level. And then get him to look at you with that touch of glow friendship in his eyes. Whenever he mentions choice, I'll ask about how it's something that he has to do, some kind of necessary obligation. So maybe there's a reason to fixate on an activity that is kind of similar but just a little different. Maybe he doesn't want to do the required things, space conquest, or doesn't have an element to rebel entirely all the way. Maybe a plan friend, whatever single thing he's envisioning, is a compromise of what he has to do, what he wants to do. Balance, like almost one, in order to live as an individual in a society shaped one's desires from birth. You cautiously open your mouth, half-hand, you venture to ask well if he will. If he maybe would rather not satisfy the demands of the bloodthirsty overlords. If Harry Potter wants to get into the flying machine and will leave early. That's seems like back, maybe you never said that though, it's you mistake. All you friendship out of reach for good now. I think he points out, yelling to see a big field of white flowers in that direction. Mutual friendly direction. Seeming also glad to be even these not answer this question. He raised his word and the direction you indicated. Last seconds and yelp and you coined sciences. And so you as your you didn't look where you're pointing. Walking. You and Wyndham came close to the edge of the trip, which your companion has disappeared over. You raced to the side. Your stomach flooding with fear. This is absolutely the opposite of what you wanted. You look down in horror. Friend now looks at practically how you felt when you first crashed landing on the Star Planet. You're conscious, his face frozen and trapped, one leg stood underneath him that way. Me not being familiar with his alien anatomy, you're almost positive that it should not look like that. So I'll turn to stretch, sure it's going to castigate you for your mistake. Changes of language won't make it hard in this blue skies touch forever. What? Oh, hello, Kelly. Voice was the grand lord. Wait, someone jovial. Is it possible he's not angry? Oh, joy is happening. Oh, delightful morning's here. You see? And you ring a blow, heard with a very visage. I flew. I soared through the air. Just a moment, it happened. Actually, like none I've ever known. Because is there a possibility he could be taking this solo? Maybe a big backup was a step in the right direction after all. Stephanie warns him solely in dangerous form. None that matters if he can secure its spent bit last. Nice, strange associate. Come on down here. I'm something grand passing the sea. How did you know? That place I didn't do in red day would make me such joy. You're a fine fellow. Truly superb friend. You're on the floor, he said it. Of course, he now finds a way to climb down with Master Bibbs. Not trying to figure out how to transport someone with broken leg back to the house. Not very sure that's possible. When you're doing this good in this one, give out the fortitude to succumb to your own pain. But with the night full of difficulties ahead of you, you couldn't ask for a better one to know you're facing him hand in hand with your friend. Assuming you didn't hurt his hands as well. Anyway, you did it. Victory! Okay. Start on for volume 5 of Affection, Unwanted or Untrue. Walking. You sure are doing a lot of it recently. Back on Earth, you never got any of this mountain exercise. You're gonna be so in shape when this is over. But you still have all your limbs attached and your bones uncrushed. You could probably come up with safer ways to travel, a taxi or some sort of bus system. If you don't have any money, you cannot read signs. Also, you're routinely covered in blood and bruises. So, walking it is. Tired as you are, your feet still carry you toward friendship. This guy or a zebra? Here's the Joe Streets of Hubbard, bounding like an overactive bunny rabbit on an Easter morning. Up ahead at an intersection of streets is some kind of night market. While every market on an alternative is a night market, it's previously stated you're broke, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you'll find. You can learn a lot about culture from the stores. You were so intent on thinking positive thoughts, and you were nearly at the mark before you realized quite a few people were coming toward you in the opposite direction. Some of them running at you and screaming. Looks likely that something's gone down the rounds was. It's not to me, you're in danger of being towed in the street is wide enough to step aside and let the crowd pass by. Or it would be. You get a brief, furtive glimpse of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low-pulled hood, and a hand grabs yours so tight and tips your fingers and go down. With a rough yank, you are pulled into the floor of the crowd. Tall gold was hold you quickly and quiet, lean your head in close to her. We're indeed your weight or more, whatever it's normal color. After a night in town, I'm gonna catch a mood, some soft soy cookie. You feel me? Oh, okay. I'm gonna save. Plan on holding hands. You're happy to already feel the back for you. You just creep a little to make your hand easy to hold. Once you squeeze like she's thanking you. Match pace, surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Behind you, you are still shy. What the hell happened back there? Someone died. You figured out, but it's not exactly your fault, don't you? You've seen way more dead people here in the last couple days than you've seen throughout your entire life on your planet. You told Coco you thought that was just kind of normal here. Normal, sure, no, it's a natural thing, right? Well, high blood, it's different. Firstly, I don't give a shit about natural order. Doesn't matter what showers I'm taking. So a high blood is dead, and you're currently holding him to told her that dirty deed. Shows you to help her lay low. Hey, she made your comments. Hey, you are now her friend. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is a super funny thing to do. Had she called you her matron? Not sure that it, but sounds great. Yes, what you should call her. My name's Oliva. No reason to go around. Let's not talk at all. You want to plan it won't look like it. The very stage of responding signs. That will require time. She told you not to do it. But for you, those back orbits go much by drones or whatever. They're big, ugly heads full of black holes like looking for someone. Oliva doesn't say anyone, and she keeps her head toward, but she goes sharply later, every muscle in her body tensing. Feel to her hand, fingers tighten on yours till Jones disappeared into the cabin. She yanked your own corner into a similar alley connecting to roads. There's nothing there but a pothole and a couple of dumpsters. Hold up a minute. Hurdy has similar traffic, two overlapping gold ovals. Most holes seem to have similar designating the blood column somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? But then Believer yanks sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top and blazers with a symbol, and all looks a little like a cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks button on the side. Lucia coming by sulfurous stink of immolation. Don't go dumpster diving in alternator. Believer grabs your hand again and his head back out to the street. With the other hand, she works the tie over here, shaking it over to her tail, letting it fall on decks, but it comes against her neck. Next, she reaches out to spot her right her top. No, it's a little bit of veneer, talks a little bit to cover up knots and chin. What all is in the war balloon changes about? Until you activate to listen to the conversation happening around you, check out the big billboard sized screen pan on the roof every few blocks. It seems like Boomerville is already going out. Nearly well respected railway is dead, little hungry, and 40 witnesses by Goldwood Hill Ponytail. Oh, you're really dealing with a professional here. Need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns around. I mean, since you're my associate now. I had a contact for you, but I don't know how to toss what you got to do. Counting your days of lightning habits? Not from around here. Even one would make you think you have any idea what's going on ever. She keeps giving you shuttle because she is gradually down to who she is to recruit. You want her to understand no matter how best you look, you are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Well, here's a chance for you propose. I'm gonna say hide out in an apartment building, catch a movie, get soft serve cocaine. I choose hideout. That's a possibility. Most times I enjoy their achievement of spaghetti. Oh god, than the most. I could take them to home. I mean, it can take anyone. Some jobs require a little more forethought. Kind of meant finding an empty unit, maybe skulking in a foyer or alien Starbucks, but you don't want to tell your cool new friend how to do a job. There you go again, jumping the gun at claiming friends you don't have right to, but she did choose you. So at this point, she may be wishing to grab some other random stage exam. Oh, take one, it's your idea. He says he's only getting responsibility in life. I think that will come from letting you be in charge. You also don't want them to think you useless. You just kind of wish to tell you what to do and leave it at that. You pick a tall, cool building random. How about that one? Sure, I guess. You know, it just seems like standard shabby apartment building. Climbing tall steps up to a hallway lined with doors. This could be any apartment, right? There are letters on name pictures and colorful symbols and many little zodiac signs. Weird. Anyway, all the ones here are very abounding, fully protected. She listens at a couple doors, finally settling on one with the red symbol. Wait for it to pull out a lockpick or high-tech paragraph from now and there, leaving this pin from here. Then she takes a step back with those two shopcakes just above the knob. Oh, I'm not the goddamn super. You sure you absolutely not dreaming the way she's running into salvation? You don't think you've ever met a mercenary before? Let's see how that guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you're injured, or a little girl who trained your blood for paints, or the boy constantly on the prowl for delicious meats. She found it dingy, small, and smells like gold pizza. Good news! Not this one, that's the fact, it's pizza here. You don't think you could live on time getting that pizza, that's just beyond the pale. You can try to set the best door as well as you can, hold the blink still on the couch, pull that phone, or what does Kyle call it? Palm husk? She pulled out her palm husk and proceeded to ignore it. That's good. It's one friend to give each other space. Detective deed to a crowded garden you're currently illegally occupying, just generally being a nosy piece of shit. Whoever lives in here is a real slob. Dishes are piled on the sink, and the windows so that you rarely see them. Something sticky, and then inside the cabin. Maybe blood, might also make it cool it. I'm kind of shooting like that. Something here is gone on. Probably put still on the couch until the palm was close to her face, tipped with knuckles. You know, a lot of toes do that. Probably because of their claws. Oh, jitter. Everyone's talking about it. My contact. They got it. He's been cold. always got eyes especially. She likes almost simple reason to laugh. Yeah, next question. You know what I'm saying? Now, Oliva is the hung type. She really can't let him dejected before he stopped getting me done. I barely knew it's not playing hardened or anything. It was just business. Sit down on the other end of the couch, tipping your head, raising your eyebrows to show you ready to listen, learn, and commiserate. Oliva wraps her arms around her knees. Most pros vocal behind her. It's all easier when you have someone you trust to watch back. Usually, Carter and Bears work together. There's one particularly famous all-in gold duo. I've lost one of your jobs, never had anyone best enough to make it my partner beyond just random one-off. Killing a sea dweller is no joke. It's almost totally impossible. Taking the guy back in town, the quarry is next to dead. Overlooks fun at the very top. Usually no, which means I hence get very expensive, that goes very expensive for him to have in exactly the right place. Don't do then, know about that. Don't leave jobs happen. I cast jobs or something. Most people are too afraid to take jobs out of the deal. Me? I don't care. Low blood, high blood, got the cash, we'll do the job. Data burner, make it a lot easier, all of it happens. You caught lately in close fist. Just something caught in your little pouch. Could be that steady hand of reaching your finger down, testing again. Reflex. You remember delicately, sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never let you go. Maybe, just maybe, it steers you turn to you. That's forward for sure. You remember it's an old hand this spender, right? Well, it was like, little boy, she isn't crying, is she? No, not contestant like her, you're imagining it. You? No offense. I don't get me because it looks so weird. Figured you want to avoid doing even more than I do. You don't exactly let in. You can't argue with their logic, but so when it starts to doubt now and realization the public has not chosen you for your obvious trustworthiness and friendship potential, but rather because you look like a goddamn disaster. Fair, a very fair assessment. Whatever, you can get past that. God knows you're gonna pass worse like a tiny leader. As a good friend, you recently said you gotta break a few pieces and mirrors to make a goblet. She's considering you now, more thoughtful than before. I guess beggars can't exactly be choosers. But you have to remember. You're just at feet. When we done for the instruction, he's inside the apartment. Whoever's up, take outside and bust the door. You can play with guys. Shit. You're struggling something that makes a lot of sense. Where do you even come from? Outside and off to the side. Open door falls in. Forward is all the way open. Clipper is up and over the couch. Launching himself in the intruders. See, you are the intruders. This is what you're afraid of. You're about to watch your friend kill some cool low control. It's a terrible idea. But noise behind time makes choices all over again. Yeah, let me read your stuff like that. So what's the other guys that small shirt come to? Red Brandon's troll for all you took down to get through the door. I don't know. Giant troll cats fully put on them. Big gram like horns equally purple symbol on his shirt. His face thin knives in black and white. Makeup design makes his face look like a skull. Look babe, look at these tiny ugly thieves. Only the eyes will get calling in like an ink cat. Hangs on giving a shake. What? Getting up close to reach you, absolutely going to get killed. Try to move feet, but firing, you can't do anything. You're useless. You don't even know what happened to probably this knife. God, you wish you had taken self-defense classes back on Earth. High blood gives Willie a white shell and tosses her across the room like he's lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and falls through the window. Of course, he would have a high blood mate, but high blood you and take a break. Great time, wow, suddenly you move your feet again. Throw yourself out the window, Khalifa. You're only 1 foot, but that's 1 foot more than you would actually when falling out of the building. You've always broken my Khalifa, meaning you get connected, bony elbows and knees played you get there's the teeth at you. Get off, idiot. Definitely going to call the goons. You got to run. You hold your big floppy body off her, keep up as she peels off down the street. Then one last glance over your shoulder to the 2 guys hanging out the window. High blood waves lazily. Oliver starts out strong, pretty soon she's limping and leaning on your shoulder. That jagged piece of glass is wedged in the calf muscle. Lean down to get close. Look, you're no doctor, but recently you've become an expert in acute injuries. But that'll stop. You want me to leave one too? We need to. Now that we've been sitting together. You watching someone with your feet. I've been so sure you had this one on lock. You mentioned half coming to yourself. Maybe we better stay together. Safety numbers on. Oh yeah? You safety for you. It's a terrible idea. Can't believe I trusted that someone could have my back. Yeah, it's another one of your amazing plans. Sounds great. So you do it inside the gates. You know so you no longer need you. Nevertheless, you are having a sound inside your philosophy. A deep fatigue, sometimes you want to curl up on the ground. So you do. Game over. At least there are still killer. Okay, catch a movie. Holy with my Twitch, it's good to be multi-spell, but I think it's smell approval and breeding camaraderie. Yeah, I guess because that's what people do on dates, right? Well, hand the movie for her. Let's do it. Weekend, you're not holding it on you certainly know it's enough, but the skin is surprisingly cool. With a couple of exceptions, all of your new friends have been literally cold-blooded. Also made it for a few of them. But you're not going to judge them for their high self-justice. That is not your place as a friend. Regardless, the point is it's kind of nice holding hands, even if it is under completely false murder pretenses. Come on, probably the end here. Makes sense, you're not from around here, you don't think Polipas either. But you can always recognize them all when you see one. Stores and escalators, ground floors, flying mall water, it's only been in there for years. The biggest difference between this and the North Mall is that there doesn't seem to be anyone working in these stores. Everything is automated. And the top floors appear to be reserved for hybrids. Olive is still holding on to him. Like you really are on a real date. They're very, very friendly. So you know, you've never been on a date with an assassin before. You can't read short tons of inscriptions. You don't really money. But believe it, choose the moving pastry book. Just a couple of points in front and scenes for the 2 tickets. You don't see any soft serve, but you're a little too quick to mingle nerds. Simon currently deal with anything called grub cream. You do, however, stop for a bag of buttery exploded kernels at the concession stand. The theory for believe in too is not better. You still feel every pair of eyes settling on you as you walk up the steps. Pounds and sweats lights on back of your neck. You were just part of the urban team to this deeply controversial constitution match we got going here. Even with Squidly would take a seat really close to your only other group in here. Man, awkward. Movies start playing. Apparently, now turn it down to the trailers before movies. Kind of requirement. If you want to be attacking, you want to know what hard new summer blockbusters you have to look forward to. Fine, when the movie turns out to be a romantic comedy, you expect it to be a thriller or a horror movie. Would you can even plot about a beautiful young chick like along with a liquid and they're served a big bumbling puns. But for words like she's vaguely offensive, they go and fall down a lot. Kevin's look all offensive you remember from time you're in California, just a lot bigger and more glittery. Main character spends a lot of time pulling Julie Plum to a lesser stare, dialing trying to incoherent, and you don't see it because you're unfamiliar cultural context. Also doesn't have fully but keep a running commentary throughout random conversation that is very limited. I can't believe they added that in the mistaken identity storyline. It's so unnecessary. Also, background so boring comedies, there's just no punch to it. Can't believe I'm about to say the tone where I'm talking this garbage. I read it a long time ago. My taste may just have been worse back then. You look at it whole night, she's like possibly a little self-conscious. What do you think of an assassin that pupated? Used to blog for these device and stuff like that. Of course, I was just messing around. I didn't know anything. You know the dread online. 2 characters kissing on screen. You have no idea who they are. You even once in fact the believer decided to tell you your life story in the back of a movie theater. Deep light from the scene getting him washing over her, making her look noble inside. You're entranced. Didn't ask her. I doubt I had anything to do with blog, but if you feel kids were getting high, think they were high, maybe on sober, whatever, stolen shit, kill witnesses, some else have books about money, pain. That's because you know how to be funny. You did a bit of a try to picture yourself and then this dramatic. I'll leave a picture of butter explode kernels down the claw. I was trapped in my hive. I would have started if it hadn't been for some teal loot in my neighborhood. Just learned it. Who ran with an Eastern altering replica sword challenging hermits to duels. Teal loots of Atlantic bold swords with a kid but just and these kids that they attacked me for no reason. I didn't make any laws. Anyway, that's why I'm called the Fire Take Jumps. Lowered, hammered, everyone is coming. One of the kids in the hive turns on to help believing that she small, wants to get nothing help. Maybe she get a room. She'll probably be kissed back to her chair and tells her maybe she should mind her own business. Goldie's about ready to move the back seat, but yeah, next to pets the feminine cheek. Almost slow motion, firm intensity of continuing intimate eye contact. Girl sends down after. Everyone goes back to watching the movie. Professor goes out of your head, spinning your hand. You're glad, believe it, trust you enough to share the past, and you were nervous about her talking about it in public. What the whole point of coming at the movie till he's old? I'll never go see the description. And the girl alert, she's not going to think about the noise all getting all till you throw in public. It's safer than going around. Believe me. Gosh, but it really is an expert. You're so glad you got to go on this theater, even if it was mostly fake. As soon as you're back out on the street, Willie pulls out her phone, so Lee's face falls. But they don't look like Dr. Billy. Good, she's dead. They got her. Damn it. I told her to be careful. He says good return to each. Vibrating off her in French words. Voice gets louder. Two people starting to look away. I can see one thing, shouting at the phone about mother's leather. Going south, we try to calm down. Deploy shoosh pap. Yes. Like when playing, you copy with the tone, hand to the language 8, press palm firmly to her cheek. Then chunks, she pushes deep all clean, the eyes are closed. She leans into the touch if she is drawing coming from this tiny little gesture. Then she blinks and pulls away. Let's untangling on the car, let's be professional. Bite the lip, hesitating. Then she reaches up, beats the gesture in face. An unbelievable warmth, as it could be, the warmth of friendship. You were looking dull and empty with every sort of skills, terrible survival instincts, both short-term and long-term memory loss. But you're alright. If you're going to earn a little fast, I could do the partner. You can depend on. Is there any? No, please, just tears in your eyes. Tears of gratitude. Okay, don't get too tricked. Definitely just gonna be big. Sure, do it, you don't have to do it. You don't want any other way. Victory! Kalukale, you have to look face first or a little lower. Keeping it professional, you accomplish to the assassination. Alright. Affecting unwanted to run 2. Oh look, now my name actually shows up. I'll choose Zebra Kodak. Your store seems to go tonight. My town seems to have larger, more McMansion style houses. Based on your past experience in Algeria, you're not quite certain that other past players equal safe for you, but you might as well explore. You don't know where you'll find your next friend. Now, a positive thing, you must be on your side, because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs. Zebra. Oh, hello there. Don't believe me? I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you? By this point in your time on Algeria, you don't know which way to admit that you're lost and naive to ways of the world. You don't know what you could say to try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You're right here reluctantly. He actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps find someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivete? That sure would be a fantastic luck. Good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of low buds as I am. Low buds shouldn't make assumptions just because not much to look at. My bad. I didn't mean to, but you're so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is? You're that. Well, you're still terrifying me England on the seas alternative society. It's like still terrifying you inform about the world of what color plays in this world. And you manage together right now, plain old human is not considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do? First up is save. Lie. Oh really? I don't know when to handle the highway, but I'm busy till you understand. The only different folks I might want to fight with somewhere. Besides, I would don't need much older and just society. They work in from the system here. You need me coming just to change mine by you not being enough for these days. So I just don't think it's going to work out between us. Out of his league. Game over. Okay, yeah, I should have expected. Tell the truth, red, huh? So unique, I always liked the color red. Turning away for a con with red before. We know running with my friend was red before. You don't know what a quadrant is or what it means filming. Given the experience on the Spanish file, you notice that could mean something environment. But you don't want to further cause your ignorance, so you just say as excited for this friendship as he is. Yeah, he comes on. Nice. You need a place to stay for the day? I can help you out then. Got plenty of spare room to get my hire. You know, because believe it's one telling the undeserved members of the community when you can. I have this way, shall we? Home down the street, guess the Master Papa is a nice name. You can see lots of little toads around it too. Most of them are dressed as nice to Ziva. See if you shall be little toads, there must be low birds or moon tigers. Today is actually the first affirmation day, so we see a lot of toads tend to meet pets out to celebrate. Look, you, my first friend, is hungry and think I'm all yours today. That sounds a little weird. That means be all yours. You need more than reduce happy share friends with plenty of other friends. So it's a very good time if you're into that. I could be speaking personally, like maybe a few little words, and at the same time, everyone and all got to affect each other, you know? And what? You know what you have? Humans and common friendship got things at a particular place. That may be best for you to say here's nothing, to see how I might make happen next. Not like to deal on, I have a low one called out there. Tonight's long day. Video you should see in this neighborhood, to be honest. That most of these lords probably would make good because it's socially advantageous. Usually, I would take advantage of it, but not everyone is a socially conscious design. Things to tell, I would don't feel like lower makes look like the queens they are. Look at all the other couple, fast right big of fruit and the hammer towards combo looks in the face when time to lower dates. One girl destined to million, and ring her shabbily destined to kneel down and give her head on his shoulders. Then they be feeling cute couple thing just such she should let him out and he will root his name back his neck. No one can tell about what people might be into, but tasting kind of humiliating. She really chose the theatrical and has the women without interest, so I'm over his shoulders. Sorry, you shouldn't have to see something like that. I think a tackle funny way to move away from the arm around your shoulders when your eye must be this high. It's the biggest, most big mentioning high on the block. When he stops in front of it, he lets go reach as proudly and is falling home. Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel good, you know. You don't see him, I walk with those less fortunate. When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished looking white zebra. His normal zebra marking all wood spikes wrapped around his neck by dark gray zags. Formed and shaped looks like a tongue, almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how zebra face imagine you to radiate pure disdain when listening, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting. Don't mind my illusion, be kind of socially old-fashioned, and let me keep low birds on the eye to help themselves, so you're not all bad. Let me give you the grand tour. As zebra particular spaces are from the other tools and some of the rooms. Most of them are not wearing clothes as nice as zebras. I'm guessing these are the low birds you just mentioned. They seem to all be doing chores, sleeping, cooking, staging, green slime, tools, size bathtubs for each other. Possibly vegetable green slime. Each of them guns up at you, even when you pass by, and looks differentially away. He will just phone you, and every time you're going to them, pauses and do it to win you out like viewers, possibly just hitting them. You arrive at an empty fallen face stairs with several lower toes who had to work cleaning up their remains of what must have been quite a party. Eva seemed to noticing how told near how it's going before, and how they're all avoiding your eyes. Right, just a minute. Sorry about that. Do it today, and you can find your guests. We want to promote the rest, you know. That's why you don't see them in the profile share. Because all the guests are busy today. One important part of communal living involves contributing illegal and sensitive archives. Few lowbirds render the information, while others just put the sponge and mops down to prostrate the whole by his own wall. Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with Aaron, not that uncomfortable. doesn't introduce to any of them. The only resist them have is sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low blood guess. Let's take care of you, shall we? After Lucius said enough throwing your presents, we have to take them to duty, stop following you, and go puff at more of Ziva's guests. Now, for better or worse, you're alone, and Ziva has turned all his attention on you. Smiles and very friendly. You want to see this friendly. Now you're still young. Happy to do whatever you want to do. Feel like going out in town, celebrate flash information day, as lots of other friends get introduced to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if tired, I can show you to get some now and you can nickname. Go ahead, stay in. Save. Let me see, I could go out or go to the room. Let's go out. You were not crazy about the idea of being alone in the sky for the rest of the night. Plus, he's as popular as he says he is. That means more potential friends to meet. Tell them they're interested in going out. Cool, tell them great time. I'll just go get ready. Think more would be nice, quiet night in. Maybe television streaming service and lower the temperature. That's cool. You? Oh, but there's the same connotation that does on Earth. Not cool. Some will do expressing misgivings, but talk over here. It sounds like a book feels staying in tonight. Not lying. It's like staying heavy. All of myself. Just when you feel comfortable, whatever it is you do. Not sure why you asked what you want to do since purchases don't think matter much. My Lucius and my guests have already put their list for you by now, but let's finish the tour first. I assume you want to see my room? Damn sure. Bedrooms are great for people to attract their personalities, and as a friend you're interested in getting to know better. You don't seem to have heard about that since. It's okay. Hopefully you got a gist. When you get into his enormous room, it's decorated with posters of musicians on the wall and what seems to be social justice slogans. One person has a simple squad hand with several different colors come together to hold thread with the word unity underneath it. Another poster features rainbow colors ranging from rest to law green that proclaims to be a low blood ally. Two other low blood servers in here, one of them standing on the tablet, dusting my shows while the other crawls on the floor, covering and finger problems. Ziva seemed to just let it there. Pretty sweet place, right? You look confused by poster. You misplaced Molly is not refined enough to refer to my favorite band. Idleness to subversive musicians that speak truth to power. Luckily, the means to teach you how to confront your pillage and support marginalized artists. Also, do you know from my pal? It's a perfect setup for Feelings Jams with Moirel. Wait, you don't know what a Moirel is, so what do you mean by Feelings Jam? It sounds like a lyric could be necklace, or maybe not, given the sleeves of Wiki says it. No, that looks like a very nice pile of things. You find a couple pillows, looks like a puppet with 7 long nose. Some random bow ties, a few horseshoes. You look complete. One lie down, you don't have to do anything. Something to be nice to, pacify each other for a bit. He's following behind what he probably thinks is an enticing way. If you want to see one of your friends girls, don't try a hand stowed treasure on face because it turned out his scientist probably is not the best way to secure his friendship. As you guys get about the rest of the room, you notice that low blood is coming towards him. Held the giant cough of truth to eat to his sang alone. The deep red cough that can have whole body, making fellowship. Third catch button very side. Something she knows she pretend moments like you don't need to worry. And the kind of again so she could tell she could be unfed and exhausted. Sickly shells on face to paper knees and elbows. I know by considering how much time you recently spent summing on various excruciating injuries. When Ziva that is getting on insured, downstairs, files out to come rescue, bring down you, pushing the outstanding ground locally. Well, what are you talking about? Someone tries to go back from telling the comic simultaneously, it's hard for you to watch. Surely she would better step back in ages, drink something, ask you about the hot meal save was being cut for you. Maybe you can get some of it towards portion control. Geez, you make me look. Nobody gets my house to be going home. I expect a little bit and do anything about it to take care of them. What, you think you better? Jesus, guy. Kim says lecture on tonight. You're not sure Kevin's nice so much as a member of the and pass on the class? Do you let that slide? creating this big image because I'm sure he's doing fine job being an ally to lovebirds. Yeah, well, it's not easy. Whatever. Maybe we should go eat now. Don't feel like having a feeling jam anymore. Turn the loser without showing this hand, he'll do something for the sickle bud. Malcolm halted to it behind his back. She escaped, hide away, and got back to scrubbing. Zeva leads you down to the dining room, where Zeus is supervising a team of lovebirds setting tables what looks like a 4-course meal. Look on Mrs. Zeva's face now in more disdainful than before. His bow tie seems angrier. Looks like dinner is almost ready. Cool. Of course, you're probably not going to have to pay for it. Oh yeah. Beggars. Lovebirds mean told you large meat provision, but without ever offering any concrete presents in turn. Once kind of like the unfamiliar with this alien vocabulary and innuendo. He levels with no money, so if he knows, he's paying back for dinner in French. Now, I'm not sure what Frenchman has a problem with radio activism, but a good learn from every unheimer know my intellectual is valid. He's able to work in his to show that you know he meant things not well. Never been close about it. No one believes in Israel Lady D more than you do. Whatever, let us eat. Just down the table, a little bit table. It's like the council of the appetizer course. I know nurse must have looked just about nurse. Please pull up this. Let's not spend that again. In time for a little bit like two oh yeah, let's tell you. No, it's just. You know, you never lower to question me about not being there. Yeah, we said totally. You don't know what to tell you. Come again, dude. I suppose they think that it's not you. It tends to hurt anyone but that. Sorry you apparently did. Don't let you get the words out. People don't know that doctors be a high blood troll. These until suggest since you face my kind of person who's freaking out with being actors for local rights. And then navigating the conciliation of concupiscence I deserve. Like what in the old going to do, there's no one else to use my radical views. Okay? I like to be different, but you don't get it either. You had some that he's got you all wrong. You agree with the radical views believe in local rights. That's why you consider this case to you in the first place. Actually, you didn't say it anyway, you just said no one because it's an unequal power breaks in society. Lack of awareness of your approach is sick. Resting gets so because the red blood multiple injuries. You're doing that technique, said me. Really, exactly the same as what surgery is doing. No good to call. How these are their students haven't said anything me. They do it since makes sense over to like all points being such good God. Standing up by now, randomly he was stabbing his toes on his side. John like trying to make a way to the front door. It's tricky to guess that. Yet step on all the woods seem to feel strong but they get away from the when strong when he's angry. You don't make it front door fast enough on your own. So terrifying people and scream, Zebra loses Visa on its hind legs stretching so bad moves and front door legs and he's been healed ribs down. Take a picture of the huge car and you run to cycle over it's not welcome as guest in my hive. Game over. It would behoove you to stay away. Load. They're not crazy about the idea of building with skies at night. Plus, Visa is popular such as means more potential for entry to me. And I'm going out. Cool, sounds like a great time. Let's go get ready. Oh wait, that went into last time. Alright, show me the room. You think that going out with Yvonne on first name, I potentially give a wrong day. It's pretty tight, so you don't feel like going out. I'm really ready to head to get them now. Sure. Oh, by the way, I've heard of sickly or spare. You don't seem like you're very serious music fan, huh? Yeah, great acting. Nice to learn from you. On the logo, you've been playing a show with Ollie. I can get them super next to the scene. We should go just in case she's there. First one you told me one stand tonight. Okay, together with me and Jing to the consultant. That's what a good friend would do. Takes the first time to concert. Only tries to hold your hand, put his arm around your coat time to play, so it could be worse. Maybe he has no other story platonic on Antonia? You hope so. Concert itself was one tour with guitar and harmonica, recording zero, the logo of songs is spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Shakespeare's. You enjoyed doing this mention and you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. Yes, they would. Those means and lesson apparently probably important. You get to know the question. What the lyrics are about. Come on, I think social justice is question stuff. Try to create some done already. Get it. Like you know my already. Don't know what everything is saying, you know? But enough about music. I'll tell you what the things that you enjoy. You don't have many opportunities on Twitter to talk about your interests. How exciting. He's either like playing games, but he's already interrupting you. Cool, sounds great. Really interesting. What's called a situation like? Then you know he's talking about Marie's out here about cards directly. You admit that you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation. Oh, you're more close to have fun. Boy, I still find you attractive. He goes to brief, not really no explanation of 4 types of women on tenure. Matrix first card, what to you sounds most analogous to human romantic partnerships. More religions, hero card sounds like an exceptionally confident friendship by human standards. Ostracism, yes, card, which don't understand at all. And kiss messages, black card, just sounds like completely hooking up with someone you hate. You're fuzzy on details of all 4 of those, so you understand enough to get the exact year if you're single. Tell them you really just want friends. Of course, I super respect your choices. If you ever change your mind, make it being harder, influential, sensitive, socially aware, even to cool blood, so to make it a lot easier for you to try to around here. One you can find ahead of high blood and socially advantageous relationships for your attitude, won't be very friendly to my others. Obviously, so you don't mention them. After those central club activity for some music, and it's closed off again. Chica looks around, independent, and she puts colleges. The guy text about to be calling his country. We should get out of here. Never give them about one together. We got the friends showing show. Even the only one to be very clean. If you want to win more than you don't post share danger. Only that not everyone if I were to warn anything so it's going to come back. Mean right you might have too. Not that I've retired, but everyone knows that. I would say only friend without respect. Want to look at your comments and struggle. Soon enough, you told you what you do stand up for the clothes, casually and urgently leave the company. Billboards are still clapping, sing on stage. No one is giving them tip off. Come on, you gotta scram. Dude's gone. Get him with musical exercises, legs and carry. By the time Zebra decided to save so long, you're tired now, but looking around seems to be right back to the high blood hotel. I wonder if Jones send them all those trolls over there. Can't get his neighbor is too far away. Close out down to violence. I think that is wholesome. Going to local cultural events that can be dangerous. Loneliness, the absence of being activists. You have to tell you how many times there's the cold local days. Civil disputes, the only way to get authoritarian state. Turns you takes one of your hands off heads or deep your eyes. Seems so cold he's pointed like knowing the rest of life from cars. How the best way you can do it as an actress now, you know? By supporting me. Speaking of activism, here's from a quadrant of it. Let's back to that. This guy does not want to signal for an answer. Once again, you heard the friendship between the four nods enthusiastically and squeeze your head. I got a love friendship. Always been a strong friendship, best friendly, plenty successful, romantic relationship. Many people stop and be friends first, then turn to often later. Even if you try to be friends, then fight too much. They can still be very for a colleague in this product. Either way, thought of being a friendly client. Blood pressure beat a little faster. Sure, you say. What we're doing is installing benefit to friendship in 4 years from examples. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of strong friendship with your fellow man. And friends can also come in handy when you need someone to help you move or take you to the airport or non-romantic activities. think friendship is great thing to fulfillment. Friendship so once you have why would you want anything more? Yeah, totally good. Friendship is great. First time. Did you enjoy the content today? Did you enjoy the ally for the whole place? In fact, going red but don't help your homes and give away those more help on the planet. More like a member of the oppressed class that you are now. But you decide not to live for some yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. You know that the words down line to make to it. When you catch him, you miss him. Right, sure you I'm in seven. Let's go here and finally get the least catch possible for 2 weeks. Victory! Okay, friends. Okay, who has to be a better ally to yourself? F6, 10. One, 2, 5, 6. I'll text and then be green. Wait a minute. Okay. To refresh it of hard-won cultural knowledge, continue on your journey. Total life sure is complicated, not to mention total romance. Really understand getting into all that. Your life is coming enough, adding an additional level of angst and hunger that does not sound ideal. Friendship is about all you can handle right now. Boy, do you love to handle it. Just get your fingers all up in there and the quest that should have happened. Elwood or Cooper and Follicle. I'll go with Elwood first. You're ready to meet someone new, you have no idea where to go. Kinda hoping you bump into someone. While you're thinking that you do bump into someone, 12 takes a step back to look at you. Have eyes lifted and the spies will use better apologies. Then you notice the color symbol in her shirt, your blood turns to ice. Given what you picked up about Toad's society, she probably be well to right to attack you or at least treat you to some very hurtful insults. Well, hey there, little buddy. You look kinda lost. Everything okay? That was a lot friendlier than you expected. Everything okay? That said, this tool's look is intimidating, smiling you, but the leather jacket kept making you think you should back with that. Yes, look really up. Like maybe this neighborhood is really nice and you had to put. You know you're pretty non-friend taste so well. You get every taste expected when you want. They can admit you backed up potentially some real leaders. They don't really want to become this girl. Back to like any who might raise your opinion of yourself with your social gas is seriously cool. Tell you lost. Not you anyway 3. Seen when that goes, huh? Been there. I could tell you stories. Oh man. Oh dude, but you're an alien, right? There's one few songs like don't hang on that both hands. While they're still your hands. You're not your grandpa, they're just their apprentices or whatever. Neat. You can call me Elwood, by the way. But you're all kinds of cool Indian stories, huh? You wanna hang with me? No, leave near the cat finger, huh? Is she mean on you or is she asked out? Do you have skill? She's so cool and expected. That things she's got me smooth and hoping to just want to get today, but if you do, that only didn't help me a lot. She just really want to select you. But she was gives land on her. Your desperation for attention goes. You say yes. Oh yeah. Alien time. Let's go. Hey. Come on. You're doing the tornadoes one, but had a whole little bag girl. They don't be wrong. It's just choosing randomly between things always seems empty and violence. It's always too like you do it to go. And then close me to problems. I'm fine. I'm making another choice. Save. Over it. Closer place is what I choose. You don't want waited longer than this type of delectable friendship. We'd love to take you to the closest place you know. Turned out to be pretty close, because they take you down by a little underground bar. When you walk in the door, you do some befriending. With you testing. You follow her gates, you notice the remains of a pogo, buzzkit, snack by pacing, like lone buster. Watching the door, looks over the elevators with a smile. The elevator is well, do you remember your presence? Well, we've arrived. A hangout place. You can take it from here, right? I gotta go. Oh. Game over. Okay. Fireplace. So you're in no rush. Fireplace is fine. Takes off and same direction to the long before you're going into it. All mine, exactly. Just totally belong here. Next is genuine tool. Or makes you cool people all the time. Luckily, I'll be. If the gold box door stops short, you only avoid bumping into it again. This is the palm of scale of 5 feet. You see this vibrating noisily. Such a dream there, we close our eyes. This is so annoying. This thing had to deal with it, I guess. Play me out. Let's keep putting it on the window. And he's holding up. Place we go here. And then, like so hard, you seem like you're only so smart. Telling me, you know what I mean? You may not understand the specifics, but it's good if you're putting you some kind of social situation he's dealing with. How else what you do when you're already friends on? You basically just skip to the line. We know I'm not sympathetic. You totally get it, you tell her. You have an ex like that too. Who's you friends for? Right? Like embarrassing the way you did it. We're only gonna press comment on the same suit too. Absolutely. Anyway. Alright, better go back. Keep thinking about it. She's left there. Keep going, I don't need to think it's just all along. Anyway, it's door. Listening to the adventure. Keep knowing that you're asleep. You next time, hook the wrong body. I'll watch you go. See too good for whoever this code is. I mean, I know. But I gotta deal with it. So it's literally so damn hard. I'm gonna just think about how I let him out. Or turn on leave control. Well, it's really something you get. Go Regal match. This is real software. When it's another decision. You don't mind long. Stop with you. Go first. Don't connect. Continue. You kind of. Oh, Jesus. There's you also going to have to make the family only interested in friendship. And then very simple because they're like sacred duty or whatever. Just make comedy what you can. I think there's the whole version of it. Just one way to that what you do that day. But you've only ever been alien before. Definitely never did. Think thing like wrong. Just don't feel like just fun kid and just really don't know. You heard us beating in the usual rate, and I'm going to feel this time. Affecting again. Tools do this a lot. There was some cultural context that makes them turn to a fake relationship for security. On the one hand, you would experience dictated by Elwood could check your references. On the other hand, since you fall in love. There were no fake dating situation that has ever ended different. At least the last fake relationship you did actively circled the river over fulfillment into a sick friendship rebound. As a close one might be like cold way in love with it. It's like cool family don't. That makes change stages to this. And yeah. Same fake date. Yes, you'll affect it. Your instinct is front sheet, the whole hard mind, whatever it takes. Whoa, that's really very perfect. That's somebody. It is bad. I don't want to lead you on. So you wave it in, push it back. We tell you to go on and do anything. That I'm in not a good situation. Hey, you made back to it. That reason. We tell you down me something. Jason. I'm negative, I get it. I'm fine. I get it. So, congratulations. I was giving it. Going stuff or whatever. I did like one. You know what? We will learn something now. Yeah, it's something special. You forget. We'll meet time, you know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we meant to around. Feel bad things you know how it's coming down the right. Show you present pounding on you. And what's wrong like other told you. Actually, she's being really nice. Maybe just spend your fingers on the right back. Oh. Everyone takes to a Disney coffee shop. Have all having to coffee shop. Bars, green grinders, tails to working on how far. Well, it's not coffee though. It's something everything was special. In this ground of goods was the hunch. Here we are. Let's get them straight. Wait for it to start. Choose spring something hot. Is it costly? Not at all. No legs going in or anything. Just so you know, I don't know any deals. This game goes only. So no one's even ask, including me. But just you know, don't worry. Run him. Everything does that, I'll just say you hear it. Let's see, no one's gonna mind. Wait for his gal. You're not picked in, no further fields here. Cool, you tell me. Let's place right here. What is this place? This is Accessibility Force Poetry. Open mic night. All locals welcome. That said, you need a microphone set up on the cafe. All the things you have to go away, don't need people who want to perform. You would do Accessibility Force Poetry. The package includes heavy lit eyes that petition work. Last time you learned enthusiasm, best use but then to get to schoolies only hang out. Saying yes hasn't led you out so far. Probably that's going to be some consequence you haven't gotten to yet. No, it's both fine. Failure, double, try to shoot in time before the training. Study, good play. Thank you for your public and I will never come down. Really? Didn't exist. He's good at so, watch. So, till now, it's been pretty just the agency inside of this. Then cycle. How hard your feet? For trouble, you name on this. On the pedal, you will hold like a smooth and expensive brandy. Very challenge, fast, and wing corners. Good nature, you start to get. Accessibility for free. Maybe you can pick up 2 tips. All you need is a couple inches. This is the mode using for. Well, I can familiarly but just by using this long metaphors. Think some of the new ones are better. People write in the camera, but all the ones are like they like negative trait booking and engineering textbook. Those moves, the means, nerves, and tricks. You got the people around you, try to act the same way they do. 6. Most my booty well actual time. Both seem to colors available and the forces act passionate violence. Since they write cheers, tails, or even members of the audience. Yes, next one I know. Everyone does not seem to try. One girl or dog who makes it half of a knee. Once he goes there, and color, big touch, just hair. Which I would make for never had a good thing to change them. It would give me, you know. He's doing it. It's a bad habit. Next rule, don't change. First, you kid. So I found this is not a big goal on yourself, and you only have to make you feel like a person too. Don't change your mind by only one attention. You wouldn't mind to leave a little bit of awesome being purple blank. I haven't hit you trying before, but I wanted to show you that guys are doing serious. I want to print you again. Sometimes, pressure, relation hits. When double understanding profound the social cultural differences, maybe always understand assumed good. Find what your needs, mean, shoulders, listen to some names, hijab, pretty manner. Rather than safe police, you can say, Nima, and I think it's a waitress to be. Maybe friends with some kind of violent gesture, like a public girl did, like you more. She get a face in the audience and range race taps and makes the sides you can. You look at taps, no one class. You go to the girl cafe, you can maybe respond. When confidence is a big low shame, saying that weight concrete. Back to no one's been damn. expecting at all. It was pretty funny though. It was real. Help us get up there and fall like that. Stop even. Look, start to pick up a little. No, you don't need to turn to the rest of the straight, just one cold over. Let's take make yourself dumb and running through closer together. Oops. Didn't mean to press that. Honestly though, what you didn't do was start breakup. Alright, you can either have breakup or rather fake breakup. Over lean forward, hands play on table. Across gleam and low cafe lake. You can tell me about it if you want. I'm over my breakup. But if you want to talk about yours, it's fine. No, sometimes like just really on your mind. Right in there. I don't even like favorite line. You fidget uncomfortably in your seat. No, you know what? I'll be bringing the friend here. As the impact with avenues go. To just go along with what people say until like you and Ella are really connecting. One is you said I'm real. But tell what you don't have reason next show. Tell you just trying to consider it. You said like those goes out of his head. What? Really? Cool. Still probably don't fit. People will also want to lose this friendship. Going up again? Yeah. Friends. Anyway, really catch up. Maybe even looking at it. Because like Mickey Butt, how do you just go? These please movies more. Jet screen, all invested cutting losses. Found a collection supported to a zero point. Game over. Birthday. He said that could be cool. Said subtitles like he pretends to be listening. The end of the day is like, Hogan's group is sure this right choice. Any not that for millions of painful situations. But he pretty come next time it'll be fine. That's great. Time to do me a song. All the wheel. Shoot your finger again the weeks. Now deeply familiar with the instructor of Harvard. Pretty messy. But there's no heck with that one. I'm betting some new select. Yeah. You don't see any signs of this, but probably do the better. On the power of tools in the van. You ask me what you think she did before she said, like, how do you mean time of the day? It's one who always hits street food and date nights. Yeah, I got 3,000 words like so close. Memorize. Always putting you on fake movies. Yeah, I'm always home. Swinging. No other things they're doing. Sure enough, you're the person knocking door. And when it's near small class, now I'm always just looking forward. Come on in, girl. No, totally understand. Eat this, kid. You don't fuck. This pool's already even. That'd be good. And my box will when you send them when you couldn't chase it. But maintaining the existing friendships is important to one just finally balances. 17 to a nurse yet. Hello, Elwood. We missed the last time we had seen each other. You decide on my favorite Twitter? Don't have it. Don't have my time to get to you. Very simple. 1. I'm going to go away with you. 2. Keep careful track of all my belongings. 3. Doing your play to hang it. All sign points to you having it. Don't want to try to get it. Isn't that sweet collaborate? Who's fighting? Don't even remember what the circle looks like. Don't really think about it. Will you? How? Ever? Well, soon as once he's buried, communication. No J trying to look at that. But I'm not gonna get out of it. It took me a big time. Well, I'm born, yeah. Hello. Actually, I'm not you right now. Real cute. Lazy just you indicate the point you want to run it, barely hold it in. Look at how you had up and anyway, I had actually bankroll your own fix situation. You and Elwood is biased. You know you look bad. Please mind your son. You should only rest her in all chest. You too, have it doing it, don't take down and that's over exercise. Well, you know, he's undoubtedly taking some wind out of his sails and shoot some instance. You don't want your words upon you. Truly just hyping out what to say. No one thinks so, Jaffa. You have a choice to make. Hurt, probably about. the perspective of life. Really just is my brother. Can you get either one? No. He's lost it. Something she's go over here. This game can you press on head by yourself as a good spot when called your board over to your head. Oh, I still have that on. Something like give you a man back your name to make him come over by not giving it back. Cool, give it up. You know, turns up like, nah, I can 7 points. You never fall through, so you never kind of do it. You're obviously not motivated to find it. Once and once before. Time to resolve a conflict. Jeez, isn't really fucking fun. But I don't know what to do right now. Just isn't a good time. Can you let me have the time to move around here? That seems like we're more pressed. May take long to know what it was. So let's leave alone now. You're waiting me forever. That's about Twitter. I'm not doing that. But did you end up talking about things from the or how you did it? Why do we have to talk about them now? Let's talk about later. And then my friend here, I don't know. My friend, how you inside don't have some just get you can stand to this one. You know, listen to this conversation. Touch more ease. Come back when you're more available. Please that book me honest. Thank you. On your way to it. Oh, what's in you? And try to get to walk scaling. Much noise means that you're very better know once you chirp again. You know what? Take a quick look over it. I do have a struggle. Hide my closet. That's what you get look to. And then Winston did what is in the home position. No one's question very annoying. She did look good. Apparently something I would stick with. They have it to the banyan with. Like she told me not over it. Alright, I told you. Yeah, it's okay to not be over it. I'm saying, yeah, even if it's wrong, you'll wave it off of that to me. Just a little time. Say it makes you mostly get extreme away from the smile. So I next thing that. You didn't have to do all this for me. Sorry for making you this man. Do you still want to get that week? Good fun. Yeah, those floors being big fine ladder. Feels warm bloom friendship opening sweet palm petals in your heart. Friendship achieved. Victory! Fake date. You deal with some relationship issues. Wait, no. Start. And 6 of text, and then we green. Okay, coupon and follicle. Wandering deep in the sea, washed upon the shores what looks like a rough part of town. Comparatively, everything about Tony is rough, but down in the streets get narrow, dingy, and buildings run down. Oh, wait. Felix figured throwing on the less kind of stereotype more like should you claim as self-defense? You haven't seen any attacks. But if you had, space would definitely on the wrong side of them. Again, emphatically, you don't know what you hung up. Everything knows from being clean from extremely painful trial by fire. It just looks like sword-based. No one cares about it except the people who live there. No easy group of tools built onto the street overhead, including tucked behind the road guns. Theories to become gun shy and groups, especially since most of these guys look fancy and wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue blood stands freak out. Everything you mess with you, but the higher caste do it with government sanction. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago. gazing on varying flavors of amusement and frustration. Gaze nervously between each other and looming buildings on either side. Lol. Hello. What joke have you done? You're the only person hiding you have courage. Someone else. Two summons actually. What you initially take is one large lumpy toe, sunglasses and two small toes. Girl and boy. Girl sings to voice back like a very greasy sloth. Looks like pretty potatoes. This in your opinion. You seem to have an expert by now. Yeah, those skinny doing, yeah. You're not a close vouching like them. All those losers do living the thing like walking down the high, being through a trip. You need to never see it coming. Boom. Boom. This is some fucking music. You ask me, mean the toes on the street. Probably some buildings. One thing you ever done that before. Also, it's nice to see someone beside you getting mocked. Everyone should end up mocking. Ooh, like for you. Where'd you come from? A trash creature. Born out trash, blah 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 blah. Oh, so much for not getting mocked. These two probably equal opportunity markers though. Mock everyone. Kind of like the legal handling with murder. They keep moving and you're being called out. I'm gonna take it lying down. You never thought about what you really should do even there. Regardless, you decide for you first. Thanks, English language. You don't want to adventure with hostility. If you don't parents, it would have told you too long, so make it right. Yeah, you're losing or trying to friend who wrote in prisons, but that's how people are here. You gotta roll with it and get out of town. Since you literally cannot go anywhere, you really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. You meant that you don't know Lucius and then you couldn't use things these days, including protected drugs that makes how easily everything goes off track. Yeah, and kind of take a favorite hang head, even if you're not quite sure what you do wrong. All our less ducks and all that stuff. Well, that's delicious. It's really kind of relaxing for us. Don't you wait for the face for you? You can come hang out. Wait. What's something else? I haven't enough dead weight to do what's going on. Good job on these days. 2 friends, next one. Center pressing me out. You're on your app. Cooper has to call the steelers, bring them down. What's all like now? Some of the last few good times, just let me clear. Stop saying tell. You do your thing, make it. Cooper. And the next. And he's a horse. Instruments big blue teeth. He's a handcuff with white hard energy. Your stomach punches and you feel your weight just knock your toes down on the ground and float towards him. Thanks to zero control of your body. Some let go 900 on heels when getting friends on the flickering street lights shine down the fool's face. Listening as deep as actually no eyes, like black golden face. It looks super creepy and also super painful. Yeah, so what? Figured just have eyes like some kind of army. You never accused of that. I didn't know they were here in New Mexico. Well, keep doing that. Think the words are laughing. Actually, hell of a power play. And they didn't know. Okay, so avoid it when you see it. Have you never met Goldberg before? Yeah, but you want to run accounts? They're in 2 minutes slowly for one thing. Another will have eyes on one eye. The other wasn't possible. Whatever hell that is. You know that's why I shouldn't have a group of some kind of combination steam thing either. What that means is I need to maintain energy like it's supposed to. So look it up on Go. It's a diamond happening all the time. You don't have to take the air window down all the time. You can just go take it for free. You can't get the gloves though. Tell how sorry you are. I mean, how are you sorry you didn't do it? And stand there looking like me. You didn't make a difference. I would think actually make matters all the way. And certain things from down, hopefully it's a little older. That's the distance of this actually. Rampage abandoned. Ah. Oh, and he was moving you get to a whole position. I bring it precious treasure. All to the rules. No treasure. And no treasure. We smell the treasure. No treasure. So who? This is the third mode decision. Considering how get it cool that you knew. Okay. Wow. What? human. That's very actually. You watch too much Eastern Alternative country. So we wouldn't sing how you always second the guy. Yes, sure something good to me now. I feel that background stuff you've had with you going on. You can't get but some of them honestly, having all the picture on Instagram around it. Yes, everyone knows but nothing too low that like Mondsman, red themselves, random bits for the night. That separates us, that's boring. Basically, all the free playing proven back. I'm gonna propose. We're people. So people. Yeah, let me start. The penguin that was young and don't have that's something. You guys seen a one for stable is right. But you understand? You don't forget about this. I could tell I expression actually depends. Also not cool to negative and defense waste. So when you don't know how like any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of mnemonic which hello you know what anything at all. You don't know what that means. YDK or WTM. Yeah, you workshop it. No, you're kissing okay. I'll see who you feel. Okay, you know kind of people who is running out. They think you look normal. So you what? Dressing bathroom, sunburns, London, fashion, all the other stuff you can't remember right now. His friend wants to be really wild. You know, everyone these friends are with real friends too. You want to think about looks. If two bluebirds on the street, maybe they could be friends too. Then the babies is just possible potential connection. And then find out who got that shit. Why you going to yourselves? That's bad. No one very bad if I could always feel like pretty lost trees to go there. Everyone shake hands for instance. Is it considering what you learned at California up until now? Not if I this is war. Now I will tell all them dead I am. Okay, don't yell at the one that kind. Don't know how to sit too close to doing either though. And then it comes in 10 feet, but there was fine. This is my name, Greensick. Last time I spoke of coffee. They were loaded to the sun for this live. Welcome to them, don't seem to plan on the ending side watching and keep going. On the blue with the small school, truly similar to him. Saying a little part of me, seriously Texan. It's when 30 people thought he was cool, and then one looked back. I'm sure it's fun. Oh, great. Good, one them done. Everything going in stuff like that. I want to get over to on over them. Let me get a woman fucking helmet. Let's go on t-shirt. Well, going to team done. I'm going to the fashion for the down. Isn't it perfect? The heaven that was relatively scheme, ending what into the song. Overheard, there's a word. No, but not necessary for the can't find much coming into the landing on the street. What is this? You don't think you even take to have a public transportation? You country, the thing you animal passes inland woods, I can feel. Gosh, it'd be nice to speak for a little while. You read none of those things must seem to have any money at her passes. Perfect, you don't have any of those things either. Sometimes I need to time to go see and go and track and shit. Where the hell am I going? When do you want to get first for takes up me? No idea how long you'll wait for no one right? You're kidding. Coop and see a point convicts. Holy shit. Can you call living machines on the vibe? No, except until you're doing by honest. Just think. Just get on it. Try to go to a gate. That was doing up maybe tea off the cat death wish. Like, damn, he was expecting to again. You need to see you explain exactly how all this works. Probably without calling you an idiot the whole time, or hating on you. This seems arbitrary. At least the passive power structures from your plan makes sense. Oh no, they don't actually. You've done much better than work for. Hang bags all the way to get on the bus. So if you know that they're trying to let you down there. All from had to watch all the young doesn't. They don't dare do anything. How do you use wood to stand in the tag people on the street like? This kind of the only certain kind of answers into a very specific direction. But if my easy to pick you up this thing, you could hold them and I find no problem. Plus takes off, blasting back down the road, the empty cans, home good to go, you get it. Still missed the suns on the alley, wow, this is dramatic. Who said they're calling Jones? That's being said. Maybe calling Jones can be a whole bunch of things. Like calling 911 can be support robbery, told for some big going on. More times think that they had just a quickly stolen pound of giant footsteps. At school, jump down, pick up. Like literally pick up. And going those ships with moving one, and kids with the mall. No, he's never become of himself again. He had to run to keep up with them. Steps of distressingly loud pavement. Really away to the ship. Named selling gets and G cracked them and get a couple of carried pretty long behind them. He had enough time to go both with once, all while carrying himself on them. No, my bad tactics. Why do you hear my feet? That's being in the person. Believe you ran a corny bit, all about being prepared because you were too busy freaking the fuck out. This one is small, but still a lot bigger than you. Not finding a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers. And to focus on believe you intend someone else. You follow them, keep them exceeding noise, but a little bit like rush. The last thing from the booking technology of it was main tossing judge laser out towards you. Last favorite way you've been standing with craggy from the tanks, double feet over in the alleyway. Turning pain pinches their human ribs. So these confusions when you pay points. What's more can I afford? Past itself, moving attention in the opposite direction against the alley wall. If you move turn into the wall, like a public with law, doesn't want to have this okay? You're not sure it's you shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with a 45. I'm fine. I'll leave. Ground had reached a chance to come in your direction to runs and spies. It did. And moves altogether way too fast in its size. Aren't big things supposed to be so? It's a video game side too. Video games wouldn't mind, wouldn't they? But hell, you come all this way, that's when danger to meet some right friends. Now it's gonna get lasers by some huge like you won't match with me. You know what? Can look organic so do like you guys so either guess when to give it. Can look credible about 1,010 feet. It's big if we head towards food. Oh god. Told you find some more helpful viewer, then you're definitely something like a place to be weekly. As usual, you're next useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps forward. First thing you're kicking your red attachment, shout at me. Always can and draw attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you want to do, if you aren't worried about that right now. Don't grind for Dunson hot, tell the return to show you the next follicle, can't make up its mind. Go off the water or the noise asshole. The ground open for frozen in incision, and there's nothing here but empty balls and tiny pieces of concrete. It's really hard. Your friend's about to get non-stop, so shaped with giant red leg, nothing to do with hop around like Phoenix, back to pack. Luckily, once you on your own hit, you got an audience, you're the friend crashing it. Shooting the ground, grinds up on a wave casting power, and going down with it, throwing hands up, the hand starting to lunge energy. As possible, trying whatever brain stem the thing has, might be at least a little bit useful to drag from ground the way you build a pulse, and don't just shut down. You will go there and go still, and giant ugly got you an alien over in the middle of the street. Nothing good, moving you down the east, sun way forward, so you're on the way. Oh, you can't. Yeah, what's up? I drew the best clinging tight to his arms, shoulders hiding tall, saying he was better, she hadn't got lungs for 4th grade. The tools even have lungs, all of them call them something weird, respiratory sex, feedland, sucking juice, iPad, idiot. You got us 9 comments already too, connecting increasing level influence, and for big unwanted content, squish them. But sitting here watching cooking hold vocal and tell what's gonna go. All these 90 cents, all your feet. You don't know the life. Maybe you should might not be the healthiest, but I'm gonna take loses. You see the bad shit. Came back home. Hey, you get what you can do. Thanks then. Victory! Let me see. The fall of impending friendship, you got owned and owned it. What's this last one? And everyone. So far I've befriended 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 trolls. I have 6, 7 of business flagrantly illegal. Ever since you were a kid back north, you've always held deep close lists to one day travel the world. You want to see new places, experience exciting new taste and knowledge with the temperature. Maybe go scuba diving? Never imagined you would actually get the chance. That kind of cool stuff didn't happen to someone like you. Well, you finally get in your wish. It's a totally different world. Funny how life turns out. When you're back to it, well, you don't want to think about that. Who knows what'll ever happen. You really chill out tonight, find your place in the universe. Different from friend to friend, adventure to adventure. Only way to live. Ramil Namak or Konil Okama? Ramil. The water in this fountain seems to have some culture going on. There are a lot of bright neon lights you can't read what the signs say, but you can see arcades, a performance space that looks like a movie theater. Perhaps more indie-oriented compared to mall cinemas you've seen before. As you continue wandering, you come across a tiny-looking building window. A card outside shows a little cartoon to a fancy waiter holding out trays of snacks. Can't read what the words say, but you recognize the classic signal for free food inside. Come on in. Yet inside appears to be an art gallery. Must be open inside because there are festive decorations up and a little table offering drink and orders. Many other art appreciators here, and we get during inspection realize that most of the tools milling around are purple bloods. Matchups and painting snacks with the high chance of being named and carrying grounds for each other. I said debating merits free food was possible and injury some tortures you. You don't look like man of Peters. Are you lost? Or you perhaps willing to start collecting? If you're loaded, you know the first question. Alright to swear everyone after all, regardless of your blood color. 4 black pupils in eye glint and sparkle. And you're not sure yet if it's a medicine or funny sparkle. She grins at you and shows all her teeth. So what do you think up there? Have any pain cut your eye? Look around, you don't know much about art, but you're a nerd. And a lot of the paintings in here remind you of scenes from popular movies you made back home. Let me see. Team Augustine, best or team kind of derivative. Troll Mona Lisa who? Ah, stop, you flatter. Put the hand on her and wink to you, just in here that she likes you when you stop. Thus make the connection that she must be those who painted all these. It's an opportunity for friendship, so you lay it on thick and guess how talented she is. Huh, they look like you don't so often, but you have good taste after all. Let me show you around. You follow me out to the gallery, swing by the table with the free food first. It's pretty good by the time you come to expect California, but you thought was wine first scratch, it's actually Fago. No thanks. You never noticed the thing in my exhibit in work. I don't know if clown decor as much as it may seem, it's just what I have to say here. But look below the line to see more full range of my art. But for this fancy gallery shit, privileged to some of my best customers. These clowns fucking love art. They're rich as fucking rounding as long as it has enough for features religious themes. You seem kind of a distracted man with full blood to Gabriel. So it's surprised she doesn't seem to mind being in the crowded gallery with so many of them. Most of those you've interacted with them have done their best to stick-click the clown murder cult guys, at least when one of those hate-oriented relationships is on the table. Isn't it kind of dangerous to act to quote them for their audience? Oh sure, they can be unpredictable and keeping them happy requires some smoozing. Occasionally I pretend like we're going to Fago and pull some razors to dissolve my ass. But it's nothing can help. You can make a lot more money than us and not choosy about what you try. One of my cousins is this blue-blood moron who only have experience on low-blood and according to the low-bloods. I've got friends in getting dealing with treatment that keep paying 5 times what they charge anyone else. Your employers' artistic activities sometimes want to get ahead in this world, give the people what they want first. That's actually a depressing outlook on the creative process, Did you ever know that idealism on alternative tends to lead to shorter lifespans? And you have to admit, looking around the crowd in this gallery, that the single approach seems to be working. You know that she's done pretty business savvy, isn't talented, and she wants you to do again. Thanks, I know. You have to make bank returns like this built from the past works. You should check my webcomic. Tell her what work comes out, she knows the tone, another goal, and sending up to you. As she approaches, she looks up. It looks like a small, cool red smile. It was very cool, doesn't it? She comes around over the chest. How can I help you? Yes, hello, Mr. Mark. I'm with Opinion Army. Let's see, looks like the first ever gallery exhibit has been a smashing success so far. The journalists Sylvie Tony and Knockers don't seem threatening to you, but you bring up on some tense vibes from your mail, whose hair and swings forward and turn with it successfully. Of course it says, I never expected otherwise. Maybe not, but some of the other would have justified the timeless. And called it bold and currently in the middle of plagiarism controversy. Would you catch one comment in the case gives you by Trident Media? Then we got by the question throwing a male Lexus and laughs. Well, that's just the kind of real evidence violating their personal intellectual property. All the cases done apart from a media and alleged legislator is a matter of casual and knows that my storylines are better than the source material. You better than the underlying creative works that my comics happen to be super as well as understood. Feel free to quote me. Take the point out there. Seems like the camera on the turn for copyright infringement is serious business. It's a new friend legal hot water. Now, alternative barriers in your copyright protection to speak of. Still plastic coating and stirrups as usual. The company behind the lawsuit wouldn't even care if he hadn't gotten involved. No big deal, and they can't handle. Go by trolling around the gallery, giving distance whenever a public comes up commenting her in his work. Tell that private comment attitude, Meal still think about that journalist. Subsequent found that painting them this long conversation, one glance at the door, the journalist left her. No, it's not like alternatives to be past the cover newspapers, and probably hiding by some grudge to dig up art on me. I don't think it's Gojek acting too obvious. Amateurs. No, the sticks of my competition. The artistic establishment that thinks all I do is find out and shouldn't be taken seriously as an artist. All the paintings are in the museum across the street and I hate that I managed to put up my own exhibit. Those stuck up pretentious scopes have been trying to sabotage me for so long. Don't you hands held up first in the action I flashed in comment. I'm waiting for reality to strike back at them. If everyone is going to keep them being a thief and hacking me, might as well steal from them for real. Security's tight, haven't it in the comments until now. What do you say? Want to help me pull off a risky art house? So, what happens? Yes? No? I guess or no? Ramiro, there's one last kind of exhibit saying goodbye to pigeons and grabbing a bag, which seems to be mostly art supplies, as you head out the door and onto the street. The reason that you want to rob is at the end of the block in a much bigger fancy building than the one you just walked out of. All lights are off inside to nobody signs advertising current exhibits. New fun choice. All journalists steal the keys together, wrecking the time. Steal the keys, I say? You would much rather walk through an unlocked door than match was down. The reporter is on sight, turning the corner down the street. He tries to imitate Mills casually, confidently walking, like she could let anyone pull off anything. As however, it's not a hard position to keep your looks. Not being safe to 790 tends to make you stand out. Just this big one. And as you out, she starts pulling things from a bag. Seems to have all sorts of things in there. Paint brushes, one page, paint, things maybe putting together to make corn chips, scratch out cook. Or she can feel the unpurpled job about to walk into the Mills gallery staring at her. The great familiar, really little sleep we met for when the cyclone told you. You remember you broke it to me in front. Told you, we both gave him back crazy advances, a lazy grin on his face. Mills glanced me to you and back to him again. Oh, fuck. Looks like I'm not going to get in comments after all. Sorry, bro. She whispered back over his words, shook her hands, and what can you do? It's gone. Big blue thing in the wind, it's gone. That's a good thing. I blame her considering how scary this guy is. You know, you're not going to accept your fate without attempting to prove it. You make a mad ass to escape coming through this skinny alley thing. Maybe you can scam her at fire escape something. Watching you outside doesn't seem slow down. Here's heavy footballs right behind you. Last to someone don't mean dumb and complete terror at the same time. I'm trying to because down there, you don't see any reduced combat sign of ground. Don't train some hopelessness thing down your doors. Just having anything on this hazardous new planet that comes to a messy end. Like swing smash correlation one is equal to not bothered to run anymore. The option to kind of got to tank Jing back to the great crowd. Listens for any moves that make useful. Before you push the pulling and you see a flash move behind you. Now the down come some hits from behind. You might try to appreciate becoming friends. I'm gonna ask you not to interpret my heart so literally. As in, no murdering. Neil springs off, pulls back, clawing him, and holds aside, avoiding his swinging fist. She got to his club. She's almost as long as she is all watching music. The next look at the little ridge, sending a flying gun across the alley and into the wall. She's on her feet again, can't tell that she's injured. Now she doesn't have the image surprise on her side. Her turns back on you, as she pulls in the mill, again, can't let go. Oh, she came back to you. You have no idea how to help you. Your eyes on her mill back, toss aside the millie, and desperately you grab a loose paper, sold of it. Before the battle can chime the end of the paper steep into the highlight's calf. I will squirt in the face. He yells in my throat times over again light. Slight wouldn't have turned down much, but giving me a chance to have out of range. While he's still trying to get she gets a hold of cover again. She's starting to look, starting not to get a good wind up at that thing. When he turns toward her, she brings it down harder into her skull. Ooh, wow. Takes 3 more good tries before Toll finally stops growing and twitching. Real breathes heavily, watching the blood slide off her forward. She looks at meeting your eyes. You're absolutely positive this is the most dramatic way you've ever been rescued. Can't believe she came back and risked her life for you. Well, don't mention you didn't come right? Pops the code maybe with you. All the been to me good. Remember that you took some damage for her quarter, offering her your weak human arm to lean on? She's gonna be okay? Very fine. She means tactical, even for one niece and ejaculator. Outside, looked down the way her blood swelled, larger quantities of blood pouring on the asphalt. And that did not lie as an autistic medium, because the Texas work well together. Maybe that blue big chitter is on something. Anyway, thank you for having my bag with that news. I took some quick thinking, making okay. You never get to inform that kind of rule, didn't it? I'm not sure that you choose the exact word, but you're pretty relieved right now. Emma bloodlusty linear as the male does. Maybe interpret your done chicks with your fur overload or something? Yeah, me too. And see if we'll get into this killing day list. If I wasn't such a great artiste, I consider switching careers. Sometimes when good at doing things, I pick one and stick to it. No professional assassination for me. Every time you have to do something new, and the beautiful thing makes sense for us to stay part of this ground, right? Your heart leaps an indication that you want to stick to the Julie do not mind bringing heavy long books, it means she'll be your friend. So don't you need to go out and bring Devin on. Let's go some more. Maybe with the new schedule accidentally, maybe we're going to realize that Hybrid is killed. You about to just troll Henry spot are you ruined and Male's gallery. Again, guess what these notes kind of shit. Ryan will give you more violent imitation of Luke's out some damn first gallery show. That's mental as a fuck. Maybe on the LA supporting build armor on race to direct you to the back notes of a gallery. Until you clean up blood and hide until bones and crowds are gone. If you don't mind, you can lie low at my place for a few days while behind the size. Maybe we'll get some more done while we wait to game. That part's pretty inspiring. Your other become started being also being my muse. Victory! More blood! Silence of the clowns, you handled your foe like a true artiste. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end it here. Yeah. Next stream, Thursday, 2 p.m. Pastor Quest. Part 2.